maybe that's enlightenment enough to know that there is no final resting place of the mind, no moment of smug clarity. Perhaps wisdom is really knowing how small I am and unwise and how far I have yet to go.
Beautiful.
Anthony Bourdain.
Nice.
That was the weird thing about my dad is that he would, if I spilt the milk or if I tripped or, I don't know, said something out loud with my voice, he'd get pissed off, right? Yeah. Go get me the blue-handled dikes, he said one time as he's sitting there underneath the kitchen sink. Okay. And I'm so nervous. I don't want to ask him what dikes are because I'm supposed to know what dikes are. What the fuck's a dike? I don't even know what the name of dike is for a girl.
You should have been like that. What the dike?
Yeah. So I came back and I brought the blue-handled screwdriver, and he lost his shit. So.
Brett Michaels sort of killed the
least talented member of the band.
He
by
demanded
a long shot.
He demanded a 6-to-1 payout. So every dollar that the band makes, Brett Michael wanted 6.
That's insane.
It's like, what?
Because he was on a TV show, remember?
How does that work? How does that work?
I don't know. It doesn't
Well,
because they said no.
Yeah, that's what the band is. Ricky Rocket was saying. It's like, I'm not going to go out and play so this guy can make all the money.
Oh, my God. See, and you thought Sting was bad.
Wait. Let me get this straight. So every dollar the band makes, he gets 6.
Yes.
But he's stoned. Yeah.
Welcome everyone to Our Town Podcast, coming to you from the Cedar Stream studio space in beautiful downtown Renton. Please take a moment to like and subscribe, share if you can, and review if available. We'd love to hear from you, so comment below and tell us how we're doing. Hit the like and subscribe button to never miss an episode. And don't forget to visit our-townpodcast.com for all the links. Join the members only section of the website or sign up on Patreon. And now, here they are, the boys of Our Town Podcast.
Yes, okay, settle down, everybody, settle down. Well, welcome, everybody, to another exciting edition of Our Town Podcast. Yes, it is. Episode 158, we just said that.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yes. Coming to you from the Cedar Stream studio space in beautiful downtown and historic Renton, Washington.
Yeah, what a day. What a day.
It is a nice day.
And I guess we're back to nighttime. Yeah, because we had a couple of daytime shoots.
A couple of Saturdays.
We
did. Just to, we sacrifice for you folks.
Yeah,
sacrifice our Saturdays for you.
Telling her.
Boys, speaking of sacrifice, if you're not feeling good or need a break for any reason, not feeling safe, tonight's safe word is man-year-old. So if you're not feeling safe, just yell out, man-year-old, and you folks can do it at home. Just yell that out, hit pause, take your gerbils for a walk, give your cats a bath, make a tuna fish sandwich on rye bread with a dill pickle.
And
that sounds good.
Don't forget to write your congressman.
And write your congressman. Well, that may not feel safe. And then when you're ready to rejoin, just hit play and you're back with us. Boys, that's because Joe Biden... we did one on Abe Lincoln last week. Joe Biden was born closer to Lincoln's presidency than he was born to his own.
Own what?
His own presidency?
Oh, that's right. He was president?
So,
no way.
So Joe Biden was born closer to Abe Lincoln.
60?
So he was born in 1942, I think. So 77 years right after Lincoln's assassination.
Wow.
He was inaugurated at 78 years old.
Wow.
Man, you're old.
Jeez. I mean, wow.
But that is such a weird thing.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I'm fascinated by 6 degrees of separation. Like we talked about Abe Lincoln and the Donner Party last week.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, I would have never put anywhere near, you know, those two together.
Yeah, relatively closely.
Relatively
like,
closely.
Yeah, like he was almost there.
Yeah.
That speaks to kind of the idea that when we're young, we don't have a concept of time or a concept of age.
Yes.
And then we all of a sudden creep up to the ages we are now, and we're like, oh, okay, we're closer to this point in time than we were. Yeah, it's a mind fuck.
Yeah, because there's all these memes about how if Back to the Future happened today, you go back to like the early 90s or the mid-90s, something like that, is the same as them going back to 1955 or whatever it was that he went back to.
Yeah.
It's like,
Math.
yeah.
It is, and just, and where we were at those points, because I was, look at it through my own eyes, because I'm me, right? But I was thinking about, Mother, do you think they'll drop the bomb?
Yeah.
Just the wall in general, right? It's like, because the kid on the album, his dad doesn't come home from the war, right? It's like, and his mom's freaked out by all that, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, what's Roger Waters? Is that, that closely written for him? Was he born in like 1940?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
Possibly.
Probably late 40s, early 50s.
Yeah, because to me, when I was listening to The Wall at 9, it's like World War II seemed like ancient history.
Ancient history,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, but the guy singing, right? It's like his effects were that degree, that 1 degree of separation.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there in it, right.
And then I hear all the time that like Cleopatra was born closer to our time than she was to when the pyramids were built.
Right.
But you always
Wow.
associate, because it's Egypt. Oh, it's pyramids. It's gotta be pyramids. But she's closer to our time, which would be like 2100 or 2100 years ago or 2200 years ago than the 5,000-year-old pyramids.
Bananas.
I
Well,
know.
Charles, if it's her time and it's our time, or my time, isn't it our time?
It's our time.
Mr. Hand. Sorry.
You got any cheese pizza that we could pass out?
That's a reference to Fast Times at Ridgemont.
Yes, indeed. Speaking of Gen X, we're going to talk a little bit about Gen X memory lane.
Hey.
Going down the Gen X memory lane. Because I read an article about people remembering stuff that was very prevalent when they were kids, that new generation, like my kids, they'd be like,
Yeah.
what?
Concept, yeah.
So we'll talk about that after headlines. But jumping into the headlines,
People.
Man, you're old.
it's crazy. I know. Just kittens, butterflies, and rainbows, folks.
I did get to see a cute puppy today.
Oh.
So that's going to be my escape when
Nice.
things get too heavy.
Nice.
Yeah.
What kind of puppy?
I think a golden retriever.
No,
Something
the
like that?
best.
Oh, yeah, just cute as can be.
The
Playing in a mud puddle.
Yeah.
He was just like, he looked so happy. I was like, yeah.
Remember when we were kids and we saw the Coca-Cola commercial of the little kid running around the yard? He's probably 2 or 3, and there's like all these little golden retriever
Yeah, I mean,
puppies,
come on.
and they were just tackling him. He was just laughing.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
I
best.
want to get into a puppy puddle,
I do
Yes.
too.
cuddle puddle.
Yeah.
We have to actually shoot something where we're just kind of doing snow angels and puddles, just to lighten the mood of this country and this
Puppies.
world.
Can we go down to one of the puppy mills and just be like, can we just roll around and
Well, this the Our Town
puppies for a
Podcast
while.
Puppy Mill.
we just want to roll around in puppies for a bit?
Oh, just
We'll
kidding,
just adopt a
everybody.
whole bunch.
Yeah.
And then be like, okay, we're done. What do we?
Yeah. Downward.
I just take them all home.
Yeah.
Boys, crazy world we live in. Trump, the president of the United States, sent markets into a tizzy and a major downturn this past week because of his bluster about Greenland and taking over Greenland. he finally, after markets kind of started to sink and the Dow Jones and all the averages went down.
You mean Iceland?
Yeah. Oh man.
He finally came out and said, "No, we're not going to use force to get there.
Yeah.
We'll just, but we
nobody can
deserve
trust
it.
a word he says.
We deserve
No.
it."
Yeah.
But he also, because he said he was going to throw like a 10% tariff on European goods.
Either 10 or 25, and then it was
I
going
think
to
it
jump
was
to
going to
50.
go up. Oh, it was
Yeah.
going to go up
Yeah.
to 50. Jesus. So yeah, I mean, and then Taco
Sure.
backed
Once,
off
once
again.
some of his billionaire friends go,
Not a good idea.
We just lost a bunch of money.
Yeah. All his
But even
handlers
then,
were
it's like,
we're not doing that.
I don't know. The presidency is a job, and all jobs have parameters to them. You know what I mean? It's like that's not part of the job.
No.
You know, and don't forget that all treaties are the law of the land.
Right.
Right? So one branch of government can't just decide to get rid of them. You know what I mean? It's like,
Nice having your own personal assistant. No, absolutely.
in the bathtub. A rubber ducky. You know what I mean? It's like all jobs are that way. And lately, we need accountability.
Yes.
So we have to have personal accountability because that's how we are able to eliminate needing policing restrictions on our freedoms.
Yes.
Right? Through personal accountability.
Yeah.
But that's everybody then, right? And that includes the presidency, right? And all these other, like, all of it. They have to know that there's accountabiliity at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, this is a heads up. Your coffee cup's about to fall off.
Oh my gosh. Good looking out. Geez. And then the other thing that he decided to do was to create a board of peace, which any of us can join. We could join if we scraped our money together.
$1 billion.
Got $1 billion to join this organization.
Sounds like a good old boys club.
Yeah.
It's just a place for the military industrial complexes to kind of cross pollinate is what that is.
Yeah.
And now that's kind of turned into the above board kind of surveillance states, right? Because all of them are the huge businesses of today, right? The Peter Thiels, right? Those are surveillance guys, right? That's not Lockheed Martin per se, but it's that type of control, right? Of your own populations.
Consolidation of control through Meta, through Instagram, through Google, and all that sort of thing. It's just the control of power, or the consolidation of power, is so right in our faces right now that we should be fighting back.
Yeah,
I mean,
we have to. We got to shut it down. We got to shut it down.
We have to.
Yeah. So,
But just looking at the charter of that thing, it's like Trump is going to be the chairman of it. He'll decide who can join
in perpetuity.
In perpetuity.
Yeah.
When he steps down, he gets to choose the next chairman.
But pay me $1 billion.
But pay me $1 billion.
Yeah.
It sounds like
you can get your oligarchs in on reconstruction contracts, just all these boondoggles, right? That they can steal public monies to pay to these oligarchs.
Yeah. The $500 million that he threw in a Qatar bank account is lonely and needs more
And
money.
nobody's, man, that's not the biggest story.
That's not the biggest story.
How is that not enough to have him completely thrown out of office and jailed?
I don't know. Is it my question is he basically creating the Our Gang He-Man Woman Haters Club, basically, and just his own little cronies of groups?
No, ma'am.
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
Speaking of Jedi stuff.
Oh man, because it's like Lukashenko, it's just all the Putin, all these just like guys who get to stay on top because Trump really thinks he's one of them. And then he's just going to be able to siphon the cream off the top. You know what I mean? It's like,
man, you're old.
Man.
Accountability. We all kind of need parameters in our lives. Humans without the social group, the family group, right, et cetera, all these different things that kind of hold us in check, we kind of go berserk without it. It takes a very rare, terribly mature human to be able to work without that. You know what I mean? You have to have a lot of intellectual, spiritual, and emotional maturity to be able to be the singular person.
Yeah.
Right? It takes a lot of work also.
Absolutely.
But society's not that way, dude. And the vast majority of us aren't that way. So we have to have the enticement to be good. And we have to have the carrot to be good. Yeah. There has to be some combination there. The carrot and the stick. We got to have them.
Yeah.
Right? It's just the way it is.
It's a fundamentally fucked up system of coercive control control and manipulation through like a sex child trafficking.
Yeah, Jesus,
if everybody that I think is involved in this, which is massive, if we've only got 1% of the Epstein files that have been released, then it leads me to believe in this cover up that Trump is leading has got to end so that we can get to the base, the root, the root of the problem. If we were being extorted and we had done something horrible, we would be just little puppets reading a script. We'd be reading a script of what they tell us to say because we would be afraid of losing our families. Everything. And I think in the Bible, the number one thing, and I'm not a religious guy, but the number one thing in the Bible that is quoted is don't be afraid. And that's a really hard thing for people to wrap their minds around, is to not be afraid, because we live in fear and we do not see that there is grace and beauty amongst ourselves. And it comes from within. It comes from within me. It comes in from you. You guys have to have it. But from external sources, we get so wrapped up in the what ifs of life, of like, oh, I'm going to get hurt. And it's not true. It's not true. I believe that if we were to shift our consciousness towards the solving or the visualization of a better place, instead of just consuming all this negativity, I think we'd all be in a much better place. And it would start to shift the consciousness of the world. And I think consciousness is very powerful. And that's why they continue to repeat themselves over and over and over again. In Trump's plan is to repeat these things that are lies over and over and over again so that it becomes reality. Yeah. Duh. So we need to do the same thing on the other side of the coin and not keep feeding into the bait that he's throwing at us.
Sure. And
fuck that guy.
Yeah. And fear is no way to live, right?
Not at all. And I lived in fear all my life just because I had an overbearing dad that probably had an overbearing parents, and I'm not blaming him or anything. I'm responsible for myself now, and I take full responsibility for all my actions. But it did have an effect on me for a lot of years, where I lived in this place in my chest where I was just afraid. I wanted to please other people, and I wanted to do the right thing, even though I didn't always do the right thing. But I was in fear, and I could feel it. And then through breath class with Mary, through meditation, through watching positive messages as opposed to negative messages, I've just really got my central nervous system to calm down. And so if we can treat everyone with kindness, spread that shit around because it's free, and smile at everyone and change the narrative from the doom and gloom that is, I believe we can make a significant shift in world policy if we all come together in that manner.
Cool.
Sounds good to me.
That's all. That's all.
Yeah, because fear is not going to lead to better. And fear in and of itself is just what it is, right? But I think I had a nice conversation with a Buddhist monk this last weekend, and talking about where does hate stem from? Oh, it was Monday because it was MLK Day. What is the source of that hate, right? And there's, a lot of different answers for that kind of question, but that's a fair question. And for me, all of that stems from fear, which then feeds into ego and the loss, right? Because then, if ego can dream something up, even something negative, then at least that's something. It's got something. You know what I mean? And it always wants to have something. So once you can get, just try to remedy that fear, then you can make decisions based on something else besides survival or besides pain or besides whatever that might be.
Because it just is. right?
It just is, yeah.
Things
And
just
to anticipate something that
are.
isn't happening, like I'm a news junkie, right? But I'm not anticipating another end of it,
Right.
right? That just is what that is.
Yeah, that's
right?
what I appreciate about you is that you actually live in this now more so than most people. And I can relate to you in that manner because I'd never lived in the now before. And now I kind of live in the now most often. And it makes perfect sense because I can't formulate or do anything about the future because it doesn't exist. And
It
if
does
we
not exist.
evaluate
Yeah.
the amount of times we've sat and capitulated and dreamed of what could go wrong, we have the same power to dream and think about how it could go right.
And what steps to make to be
Yeah.
in action, to be
Right.
and to be an actor in it, right?
But for years, we've all been trained to be these folks that are shown really negative things through movies, media, all that sort of thing. It's the end result is, oh God, the White House is going to get blown up by the Chinese or whatever it is, aliens, and everything's all fear. And we've been practicing being afraid, and we need to practice staying calm. And I think we're being just agitated like a narcissist pokes at you and pokes at you and pokes at you until you react, and then points to the reaction as the reason for the problem. And I think that's what Trump and his cronies are all doing, is just saying absurd fucking shit that just blows our mind. Like, how could you be saying that? We all have these little crunched up things on our forehead. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, just to destroy truth, right, is the real goal there. That's the Steve Bannon poison pill, right? Is just to destroy the foundation of meaning.
Yeah.
Which is what our civilization and any kind of civilization can exist on is trust.
Yeah.
Right. So you just destroy that first and foremost, right?
Yeah.
And we're about to give all the power to all these big tech companies.
It's really a mistake, man. But I think the Epstein thing is going to drag a lot of these people out into the light. And that, like you say, dude, that's when you throw the bums out. And you just change that paradigm. You don't just say, meet the new boss, same as the old boss, right? It's like, and God bless Cory Booker, but he's like, well, I was able to compromise for cameras on ICE agents.
What was that?
Why do they care? Cory Booker was just working to get, instead of defunding ICE or whatever, he's like, well, you guys can have your money, but you have to wear cameras.
Right.
It's like, who's going to make them?
Right.
Turn
Who's
it
going to
on.
make them do any of it?
Yeah.
There's no accountability, so who cares about a camera?
Right.
Yeah.
It's,
You'd have
know
to
what I
take
mean?
them.
It's like,
When's
yes.
Congress going to get off their fucking ass and do something?
I don't know.
Obviously?
Well, that's once the Epstein files are released, but not a minute before. Well, why would they? Because they're protecting, right? We know who they're protecting.
Of course.
To some degree, and I bet we'll still be surprised by a number of the names in there, right? But,
So do you think that if the Epstein files get released, will the Department of Justice go through with what they are? Or are they just controlled and owned by the Republican side?
Yeah, right now they are, certainly. And they
Right.
fired a bunch of people who would be capable of it. But
Yeah.
hopefully, but I've been doing this my entire life. I'm like, this is going to be the straw that finally gets the populace en masse to shut it down.
Yeah.
Right? That doesn't mean burn it down.
No.
That means shut it down.
Right. It
But I'm
needs
still
to,
waiting.
yeah.
But I'm still waiting.
Yeah. Do you think if Trump dies tonight, that
No, Vance is worse, and he's not crazy.
well, no, it gets that that clog in his heart or whatever. It just expires. However, he
sure.
falls
Yeah.
down the stairs.
Just hypothetically.
whatever. Hypothetically, do you think the Epstein files get released in a short amount of time?
No, because
No.
it's not
Trump's
just
out of the
him.
equation.
I think mostly it's him saying don't.
Yeah, because
But
he's
he's not alone in that. No, there's still, other billionaires, bankers, people who have the ear of policymakers, certainly like, no.
What if you're
Let
gonna
alone
do-
intelligence agencies, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And
know what I
then-
mean? It's like, we don't know.
Is
So-
there a backup Epstein file? I know this is like a.
Yeah,
this
what
is
if
like
they
a
just
mass
erased everything
of-
right now?
Yeah,
What if they
this
just
is like
erased
a
it?
mass of
Yeah.
papers, right? This is,
60,000 papers or whatever.
stuff that was. I think it's millions.
I think it's
of
over a
papers.
million documents,
Yeah.
Jesus. Pages of documents.
Jesus
But
Christ.
just-
And they've only released 1%.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And
this is
almost
like
fully redacted.
court. This
Yeah.
is witness testimony.
Yeah.
This is FBI
Yeah.
taking notes.
Yeah, grand
This
jury
is
testimony.
Grand jury testimony
Yes.
is everything. So is any of this backed up anywhere?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That we can piece it together again.
Yeah.
Or
Like,
are we?
put it in the shredder accidentally.
Or they just go ahead and put
Yeah.
the an airplane into the Pentagon
Yeah,
and
yeah.
blow up that room where all the shit is.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, that's a great question. And Anonymous recently had a post or whatever, and I'm like, because I'm like, please be the good guys and please get it done.
Yes.
Because I really don't know. I mean, I really, because that's way out of my pay grade. I'm like, or is this stored in the cloud somewhere?
Right,
well,
right,
I have
right.
no idea. But I wouldn't trust these people not to just go,
Yeah.
right? Because they don't feel they have any accountability.
Right.
Right? They really feel like they are untouchable because they kind of are right now.
I watched
And
a
that's not
movie.
good for anybody.
Might have been Argo. Was that the one with Ben Affleck and the Iranian,
Yeah.
where the embassy just shredding the mob is coming, the students are coming to take it, and they're just shredding everything they can get their hands on, and then they capture the hostages and take them away. Well, they bring in all these little kids to try to reconstruct all the shredded.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
100 little
Yeah.
kids all putting together these jigsaw puzzles. We need those kids. They need to be on standby, ready to go.
Yeah.
Right.
That's they poor little autistic kids. They were like, see the pattern.
Yeah, put a bunch of ADHD kids on it. They'll be
man.
fine.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I know, but there are still living witnesses. There
Yeah.
are victims still alive.
Yes.
Who can testify under
Who
oath.
should be testifying in front of Congress
Yeah, with
today.
felony perjury is a penalty,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll take it's a
Oh,
house of
man.
cards, man, and
'Cause
they're
that-
really
that
trying
really-
everything they can to
'Cause
keep
yeah.
it under wraps. Because
yeah.
once you start putting those names out there and there's actual testimony, you
If
go
we
to,
even fucking care.
you
I
go to
don't
the
know, dude.
well. I
Yeah.
think when you see the amount of people that are going to be involved in it, obviously they're covering it up.
Yeah.
Right. It's like the Kennedy
it's-
assassination.
Yeah.
Right.
But,
It's-
and not to be a dick about that, because that was obviously an awful event, but this is worse.
Yeah.
oh, this is a
You know what I
million
mean? It's like
times
child
worse.
rape is bad.
Yeah, shoot a guy in the face. Okay,
I
fine.
mean,
but
but every president knows that's a possibility. And no offense to JFK, you know what I mean? It's
Sure.
like, but anybody in a public like that, some dingbats were gunning for you.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And yes, I do believe there's a much larger conspiracy at hand. Of course.
Of course.
But still, child rape is worse. Child rape, of all the things
Yeah.
that humans have done to each other, that's way up
But this
on
is
the
what
very
we
most
talked about
evil.
this like last week too.
With
The-
impunity.
the excuse crew is going to come out. The Megan
Oh, yeah.
Kelly's is going to come out. Well, I mean, it's not like they were 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah, they were 12 and
12
13.
and 13.
Yeah.
You know, they've already had a
They were
menstrual
developed.
cycle.
Yeah, developed young women. It's like,
Yes.
no, they were children.
Children.
You fucking freaks.
Yeah.
vulnerable
Not
human
cool,
beings.
dude. Not cool. We cannot let anybody flip the script on that,
Yeah.
right? And it just paints a picture of who someone is when they prey upon other humans like this.
Yeah.
Right? That does speak volumes, right? And they got to go. They have got. But I was like, the Panama Papers will do it. I thought
Yeah.
Iran Contra
What
was going to
happened to
do
those?
it. I thought the Panama Papers were going to do it.
The Panama
Yeah.
Papers just
Nothing fucking happened
like a
at
fart in
all,
the fucking
dude.
wind.
Dude.
gone.
You know what I mean, man? It's like, I'm not 100% convinced even this, as terrible as this is going to be enough to get us to shut it
The
down.
only thing I'm encouraged by is that the people are still talking about it. So just keep posting
Yeah.
about
Yes.
it,
Yeah.
keep talking about it.
Yes.
Because this is not going away.
No,
Yeah,
and
post.
it's an unforgivable thing.
Yes.
Yeah, and post and post and post, because I've been posting so much stuff just because I'm like, I used to be kind of afraid. I was like, well, I don't want to be on some list. But I think the definition of a patriot is someone that doesn't have any fear and that will do the right thing
Sure.
for the greater good. And so if we all, they can't kill us all. And that sounds horrible, but
It's terribly
they're going to
true.
try.
Yeah.
They're going to try through our food.
No.
They've been trying for
Oh, yeah.
decades.
Well, and just enough to scare us, right? It's like,
So we get in line, right? So we fall
I mean,
in
it's
line.
it works.
Yeah.
Speaking of creating fear, the
Thanks, Charles.
ICE agents in Minnesota have really ramped up. I've seen videos where they'll hold a guy on the ground and shoot him right in the face, point blank, with chemical agents, pepper spray, whatever it is. They'll snatch children out of the arms of their mothers. They'll use little children to go up and knock on a door to try to bait others from to come out.
And they are not, and if they really were getting the worst of the worst of the worst, they would be telling us that. They would be showing us that.
Yes.
They're not.
Look at what we captured.
They're not going, they're
Look
picking
at
up
what we
people,
took off the streets.
people who really have legal rights to be here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And are doing it the right way.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
showing them their passports.
And that's the trouble with having quota systems.
Yeah, and
they're not just encouraged to pick these people, right? They have to, or they're going to lose their cushy, fucking brutal jobs, right?
Do they get money for every person they bring in?
Oh, do they get a bonus?
Yeah. No, it's just like, remember when we went to Afghanistan and hired the locals to do the same thing? You go get the bath party guys, right? Or, sorry, Iraq, excuse me.
Right.
Both, actually. We did the
Doesn't
same
matter.
fucking
You
thing.
go get Taliban.
Yeah. Well, they were not. And so they were just going to pick up their enemies, their family's enemies, whoever could get to them first. You know what I mean? That's not justice. That's just.
Well, this week, ICE, DHS, Customs, whatever you want to call it, sent out a memo that basically said they are authorizing ICE officers to use force to enter a residence based solely on a more narrow administrative warrant to arrest someone rather than having a judge sign a warrant.
That is insane.
To kick in a fucking door, to forcibly enter your home, home, anybody's home.
Not based on, with no accountability.
With no accountability.
Is what that is.
No
right?
accountability.
That's insane and obviously unconstitutional.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, Mike, I brought my little pocket constitution, which also includes the Bill of Rights.
Yeah, and fourth says something about persons and
well, I'm glad you asked, Mike, because it says precisely the right of people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated. Shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Your Constitution, people.
No, and for the record, I was mad like that Breonna Taylor kind of thing.
Yes,
I'm mad about that too.
Big time.
Et cetera, et cetera. And they were doing this all with the war on drugs, et cetera. And I was yelling about it then, man, because it is wrong. And to have for us to give state power that agency to prey upon us is madness. Why would we do that? Why would we allow such a thing?
We are not doing it. They are doing.
They are doing it
over and above our constitutional rights, and our mechanisms for resolution to that are not being enacted
at all.
They're
No,
not,
because the House ain't doing dick.
Dick.
The least productive House ever. And where's the Supreme Court on that? No, they don't get a rush to look at that.
Oh, it should be the rush,
right? It's like they're all for looking at like, can we reduce the Voting Rights Act?
Right.
They'll hurry up and fucking do that.
Right.
Can they gerrymander? They'll hurry to do that. Right, but not this.
Yeah.
Right. Fundamental right. So Mike brought up before the show, where are the fucking Ruby Ridge Screamers? Where are the Wacos? Where's the Bundys? Clive and Bundys.
Yeah, dude.
Where are those fuckers?
Yeah, dude. They made a militia out of that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Janet Reno.
Oh.
Right? And they weren't necessarily wrong.
No.
I'm not a Randy Weaver fan.
No.
Did they need to shoot his kids?
No.
Probably not,
Probably
bro.
not.
Right? And it's bad when anybody, because we don't want gangs to do that. We don't want cartels to do that. Why would we want the feds to do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And why aren't they up in arms Mike?
about it? Yeah. That's a great question.
Because they're brown people?
Yeah. And they got hired by ICE.
And they got
They all got government jobs, dude.
With bonuses to pay off their college loans.
What are your guys' thoughts on the best way for the people that could see this broadcast and this show? How do they get involved and do something? Because the more people that do something, and I'm not saying go picket and quit your job or do anything obscure.
If you can.
Do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, even at the most minimal input into the system, if millions, hundreds of millions of people did this thing, wrote a letter or what have you.
Write your letters, call your congresspeople.
Call the switchboard. The very least you can do is call the congressional switchboard.
Yeah.
That's the easiest. And you can do that a million times a day. Don't curse, don't yell, don't threaten. Just get it done.
Yeah.
The second is to
sitting down
write
from the
a letter.
comfort of your own home.
Yeah, and then I would say if you know that there's not even a protest, but just a gathering of people who you even remotely agree with, and you can't stand there because you'll get cold or your feet hurt or whatever, bring them some coffee.
No.
Right, bring them something, or just tell them thanks for being here.
Honk your
Let them
horn.
know, right, that they're not alone, and prepare for a general strike.
Yeah.
Whatever that looks like. So have some food, and if you got extra food, bring it to a food bank. Tell people that if they do need to quit their jobs because they want to go do something a little, I'm not advocating weirdness here, just to disassociate from this cancerous system, right? So let somebody know that you can help them if they feel like doing that. Right.
I got a little something right here. It says the Congressional Switchboard. The main phone number is 202-224-3121, and dial that number and then request to ask to an operator to connect you to your specific senator or representative. And then be courteous, brief, and clearly state your purpose for calling, reinforcing specific legislation if possible.
Sure.
Is what they're saying to do. Other ways to contact Congress is find your representative or senator and use the Find Your Representative tool on the House.gov or the Senate website to find contact details by address and then a
zip code.
Yeah, exactly. For members' websites with comprehensive contact forms and information. So the official website is House.gov or Congress.gov. And that number again for the Congressional Switchboard is 202-224-3121.
Yeah, nice. And they do listen to that, and they chalk it up to 37 people asked me to defund. Hey, 8 people asked me to,
Okay.
So
I don't think
and
most
postcards are
people know
good.
that.
Oh no, it's a thing.
Yeah.
Because if they don't hear from us, they're hearing from someone.
Yeah.
Right. And it's typically somebody with a bunch of money.
Right.
Right. So it's like we have to let them know that not only will we support them if they make the right choice, but we will work actively against them if they make the wrong choice. And that we will remember, because Americans have famously short political memories. But they don't. But you can tell them that you don't.
Holy shit! 4 years? That was all it took?
Yeah. Oh man. And but I mean, that's kind of the consequence of the system that we have, because I don't think the founders ever thought that they'd have a bunch of King George sycophants going, oh yeah, no, let the redcoats kick in your doors.
Yeah.
Let the, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. Just
and then paint themselves as patriots.
If you comply, it's
Yeah.
fine. And then wrap yourself in the
comply or
American flag.
die.
Yeah.
That sounds very American.
Yeah.
Man.
What's the thing that Noam Chomsky always kind of states? He's like a radical. Oh God, the fuck did he say? Something about just being a nonconformist, or we have to resist. We have to resist all of the things that we're just being told to do, because we grew up in a society in which we were told to do stuff, so you had to get in line. My parents always told me, "Well, why would the government ever do something like that to us? Why would the government ever?" When 9/11 happened, I was the first proponent that I knew of that was like, "That was a fucking inside job. That was a planned
It seems
deal."
a little fishy. Like, well, why would they?
And everybody was like, "Jeff, give me a reason as to why they would ever do something like that. I'm like, well, let me show you.
Yeah. How many trillions of dollars did we spend in
how many shoes do you have to take off at the airport? Right? How you have to go through a scanner where you're getting radiated every time you go through.
Sure. And just to increase our hegemony in the whole Middle East, right? It's like because Iran was being sticky, so we needed somebody.
Yeah. And what was it? 3,000 people died. I mean, unfortunate death of 3,000 Americans. We killed 350,000 Afghanis, something like that.
Yeah.
That seems rational. That seems a reasonable ratio.
No, and I mean the whole thing. I know, but I know.
Yeah, it's a different thing. So don't trust your government.
It is, but it's not. It's still a related thing that the lessers, the reaction to 9/11 then by the neocons, right, and then the rise of the weird right wing or whatever this is, man, the Peter Thiels, the psycho neo-feudalists or whatever. I mean, they're kind of kissing cousins, but they have different goals kind of in the end, but neither of them were looking out for the vast majority of living things on this planet. So that's where they are related, is they care nothing except for the very utter most elite, right? Oh man, it's weird.
Yeah, so
it's
fight
weird,
back.
but we got to resist. We got to resist in mind and body.
Yes.
You have to. We have to. And it's better. It's a better way to live. Just like you're always saying that, the power of positivity, good nutrition, etc. Whether that makes me live a longer life, I don't know. I'll live a better life.
That's right.
Right.
That's the key. Is it's a better life.
Same with if you can be free in mind, right, and free in body, you might not live long, but you'll live better.
Well, and you can also accept things when you're free in your mind and you're not just having these random thoughts running through your head all the time of fear and doom and gloom. You have a sense of peace because you can see things just as they are, as opposed to attaching
how I want them to be.
Attaching emotions. See, I'm righteous. I'm right. I've dealt with that all my life. Righteousness has been my curse. Right? I'm right. You cut me off. I'm right. Whatever. I don't know all the story. Is your grandma dying in the hospital? I'd be fucking knocking people across the I-5 to get there. Sorry, 4 people died, but my grandma, I got to see her before she died. But I'm just a weird thing to say. But righteousness allows us to get into a conscious emotion. And when we attach emotions to things that we think are right or wrong, and we apply different anger or fear to those things, then we are at the mercy of the emotion. Whereas if you just look at it rationally, it just is, and I'm better apt to handle that if I don't attach an emotion and start to just get out of my prefrontal cortex. Because when you get angry and frustrated and mad, what happens to you, folks? You make poor decisions. Like a drunk person makes poor decisions because it shuts off their prefrontal cortex.
It's a reason.
They're
no longer
function.
reasonable. Yes. And that's the thing. And I was talking to that Buddhist monk this weekend about that. It's like the difference between, because to me, it's like the Buddha says, I'm not making this up, but it's the attachment to things that's the problem.
That's correct.
It's not the thing. It's how because now it's I and not the us, the oneness. Right. There is no I.
There is.
You know what I mean? That's the illusion. So it's like it's the attachment, the me that said, I need to go see my grandma at the cost of all these other things.
That's right.
Right. So I was talking to the Buddhist monk, who seemed like a nice guy. Tough call. I just want to challenge him immediately to some kind of fisticuffs.
Was he a Republican?
I don't know. He was a monk. He had the robes and everything. And I automatically think David Carradine in Kung Fu.
Yeah.
But right action and appropriate action, are they the same thing? Is right action, does that come from outside? Because providence needs us to do this thing because it's right. Or am I choosing to do the appropriate thing? Right? I don't think those are necessarily the same. He didn't seem to give a fuck about what I was asking. So, but that's a fair question to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, because I see something that's appropriate, that doesn't necessarily mean it is right.
That's right. Because it's right to you in the moment.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean it's right to the whole system.
But I can't say if it's right for the whole system because I'm only me.
Right.
So I have to assume that appropriate behavior, appropriate action is right action.
What's the appropriate behavior when you took your, remember when you took your class, your CERT class?
Oh, yeah.
And you had to like evaluate
the most good for the most people.
The most good for the most people.
Yeah.
So you were saying to us that there was a situation where there's 300 people over there.
Yeah, and one hot chick.
And one hot chick.
You guys help the rest. I got hurt.
Here's Char over in the love bug.
I got this.
Yeah, you do. You have to be able to, and that's really hard for some, because most of the people who are in those types of classes want to help people.
Yeah, that's triage, right?
Yes,
triage.
but in triage, man, it's a thing. If somebody's buried under rubble and somebody's bleeding, you help the guy that's bleeding.
Yeah.
That's
the
just
guy's
the
gonna
way it
bleed
is.
out, right?
Even though this guy's screaming at you.
Yeah, the guy bleeding wins.
Because it's immediate and there's something you can do about it.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's a hard choice, is what you're saying,
yes.
is a reference.
Yeah, because I don't want to hear this guy screaming at me, you piece of shit, how come you left me under this rubble?
Yeah, well,
it's like,
how come you were standing there in the first place?
Yeah.
It's his fault.
Yeah, that's the second thing they recommend.
God, I'm
to
glad we
blame
can
the
laugh
victim.
at this sometimes, right? It's good to be able to laugh, but it's really a sad situation.
No, and I do think that we need to remember that, and now I love this planet. I'm a big fan, and it's a
pretty cool planet.
It's a pretty cool place and relatively gentle compared to our neighbors in our solar system.
Yes.
But it ain't all sunshine and lollipops, bro, and there's plenty of things here that will...
Wolverines.
Oh, yeah. We're fragile, and our
Hey, don't you
societies and
talk about
civilizations
Wolverines,
are fragile.
motherfucker. I was a Wolverine. Evergreen Wolverines, class of 86.
Nice.
Yeah. What did the monk say to you though? You ask him where fear comes from, or where?
No, he asked the question: where does hate? Where does hatred come from?
He asked me
because
that.
he asked the group that.
I see.
Yeah.
Did he already have the answer?
I don't think he was pretending to have answers.
Okay.
So
he was just looking.
He was
for
asking
more
questions,
which is a beautiful thing.
Yes.
Because I only know what I know.
The only monks I like are the ones who ask questions.
Yes.
Because they're trying to bring us to where we need to be.
Yes.
Right.
They already know what they know.
Didn't your teacher ever tell you not to answer a question with a question?
Yeah. Who's your master?
All right, folks. That's it. Have a good night. Yeah.
Holy shit, boys. And more bad news. The U.S. housing market slumped again, dragging into its fourth year. 2025, just the market's down. Sales of previously owned, occupied U.S. homes totaled 4.06 million last year, basically flat compared to 2024. And those levels in 2024 sank as low as 1995 levels.
Wow.
So we haven't seen anything like this in a long time. But I think it's the affordability issue,
I
right?
would think 100%,
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
So,
nobody can, it's not that nobody doesn't want to buy a house. That's kind of the American dream, right? It's just being able to find one they can afford.
And I mean, some of that's interest rates, some of that's inventory, some of that is job market, some of that, right? I'm sure there's a lot of ingredients of that.
And there was also obviously it's supply and demand, and it brings the housing prices way up during a boom when the interest rates are down. Interest rates are down, the housing and the building economy just thrives.
Yeah.
Right? And you see cranes up in Seattle and all around the world.
We had like 15 cranes at one point, maybe more. It was amazing.
30 probably, yeah.
No, and but in some of that is, terrace-made building materials more expensive, right? And all these markets got fucked up.
Nobody's building the starter home anymore. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago.
you're
Nobody's
right.
building the starter. It's all the $500,000 plus 4-bedroom, 3-4 baths.
Yeah,
nobody's building a
maximizing.
2-bedroom, 2-bath house, right?
Yeah, let alone maybe more apartments to start in and then work your way to a house if that's what you want, right?
Condo kind of thing.
I don't think that there's been building that would keep up with demand, right? Not around here anyway. Maybe somewhere.
Yeah.
And can you tell the general public, or can you make a law where it's like, in this area, you can only build on a 5 5,500 square foot lot.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Of course. But on that lot, you can only build this big of a home. No, I mean, you can't really do it.
The city wants the tax revenue. The state wants the tax. The county wants the tax revenue.
And the person that's buying it, right, that's building it wants the most bang for their buck. It's what's the greatest use for this?
Yeah.
Even though the greatest use is probably to put everybody in a home so that they can have a decent way of life. But man, we're just getting,
it's just bananas. And we've been talked out of the government being that part of the market where they put the money, they own housing projects, right? Because we've been talked out of it. And I'm not looking to build, tomorrow's slums today either.
Housing.
You know what I mean? But I don't think it has to be that either.
No.
You know what I mean? But it's like if the, private companies are like, well, we don't want to build apartment buildings because the profit margin's not there. Then we have to take it over. Just like they don't want to build roadways. They want to, all these other infrastructure projects they don't want to do. Why couldn't basic housing be part of infrastructure?
Yeah.
Sure.
Right? It's like having people outdoors is awful.
It's awful.
It's madness.
I look at Doug every day when I see him. He's a homeless guy that lives in downtown Renton. And he lives with a sleeping bag. That's all he has is a sleeping bag.
And horrible shoes. Yeah, and he had a medical emergency a couple days back.
Oh, he did?
And within like 2 hours, somebody snatched all his shit.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Some other dudes took. Who wants Doug's stuff?
Right.
Somebody else like Doug?
Man.
Maybe. That's why.
So
Doug,
when he gets back, I got a wool blanket and some boots at home for that guy because his shoes are awful.
Bag.
Yeah.
I'll take
if you see Doug on the street, he's the guy with the blue sleeping bag normally, talking to himself every once in a while, walks up and down 3rd Avenue, doesn't hurt a fly, maybe has an outburst every once in a while. Last time I saw him having an outburst, I go, "Hey, Doug, who are you talking to?" He goes, "Parks Department. They're pissing me off." There was no Parks Department anywhere around, but he was upset that there wasn't a toilet or something. I don't know.
Well, he's not wrong.
Yeah, he's not wrong. But so take care of Doug when you see him. If you see him getting fucked with, call me. My number's 425. No, never mind. But just take care of that guy because he's not hurting a goddamn soul, man.
And like I was saying earlier, it's really hard to be a singular person.
Yeah.
Right. Let alone a singular person on the outskirts.
Yeah.
Right. Because man, the warmth and we got fresh hot water whenever we want it.
Yeah.
Right. I bet everybody within the sound of my voice can go home and take a hot shower.
Yeah. And I can walk into any business and ask them if I can use their bathroom, and they'll say yes most of the time.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that.
He doesn't have that.
And he doesn't ask for anything.
Nothing.
He doesn't ask for people. He doesn't hold a sign
Doesn't
up.
demand
He doesn't
nothing.
demand anything from anyone. He won't take stuff.
I know most of the time.
Yeah. So
That's very true.
yeah, man, it's a drag.
Yeah,
and when it is just beneath us as a species, right? It's like because we don't outcast. Right, the child predators, but we do outcast the mentally ill. Those who can't help their condition, we outcast them. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but the people that are sitting there most vulnerable, I mean, the homeless people are the vulnerable people as well. That whole pull yourself up by the bootstraps things is just bullshit.
It's nonsense.
But fundamentally, a child they don't know what the fuck is going on. They have no clue, and they can be manipulated to say it's supposed to be like this, and that's unfair. Now we have to protect those children.
yeah, I mean, I was up. We were doing some work, and I won't name the shelter, but went up to. It had been a long time customer, really nice folks, and they do a lot of good for the community. And they've got a property in sort of North Everett that houses homeless women and children. And what they've done is, and I don't remember the name of the organization build them, but they have these tiny homes, basically a storage shed,
150, 200 square foot.
Like that, right?
If that seemed like, and inside they have four fold down bunks. So if you need 4 beds, you got 4 beds. If you don't, you can stack them into the wall, create more sitting space, whatever, but nothing else really in there. Right. The shelter itself has a big building where they've got kind of classrooms and art supplies, and they've got a common kitchen, and there's a common bathroom, and they've got like 8 or 10 of these units. But I'm looking at that and I'm like, God bless them for putting that there for people because it's needed. But why isn't there something bigger?
Yeah, that's 40 people.
There's 40 people. Why isn't there?
Yeah, we have 14,000 in Puget Sound.
Yeah,
probably more.
Yeah,
right. But
and I'm all for any means to get somebody safe and warm at night. But why don't we have larger facilities for people to go to that have, more warmth?
Because we have B-2 bombers.
Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. Yeah, listen to Eisenhower's speech. That's why.
Yeah.
That's entirely why.
I'm with you. I'm just.
You're
asking,
I'm not yelling at you.
It's like, I don't understand that.
Yeah, no, it's madness.
It's a rhetorical
madness.
question.
Yes.
I mean, again, bless them for what they're doing.
Yes.
The Band-Aid that they're putting on stuff, and it's much needed. But why aren't we as a government or
how
society?
isn't that a goal?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've got lots of goals, right? Well, I don't think we do. We need, and we're going to talk, because we were talking about having the 3 channels for TV.
Yeah.
But we're so fragmented now that we don't really have goals.
Right.
And I just think for whatever reason, we just kind of lost sight of that thing after the moon landing, I guess. That was kind of the last time we had a common.
Was that the space race?
Kind of, right? Yeah. At least to stay ahead of, and I don't know how much of that was like striving for striving's sake and to keep ahead of somebody else. Yeah. Right. So a little bit of both probably. But
and what did that bring America?
Velcro.
Besides Velcro, Mike. I mean, people were prosperous then. And I don't want to look back at the 50s and 60s and be like, oh, I long for those times and stuff. I don't, but there was
at least that. At the very least we had that. And that's not the same as nationalism. That's not the same thing as patriotism, although there's a couple of sprinkles of those maybe. Yeah. But it's just a common goal. Yeah. And so why couldn't our common goal be the most good for the most people?
I mean, like eradicate poverty.
Yeah, we had started talked about starting during Johnson, man. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Johnson.
Yeah. And that was one of the things Martin Luther King used to talk about. It wasn't just about race. It was about classism. It was about
economic justice. Yes. And FDR too, man. FDR was like the second Bill of Rights is an economic Bill of Rights. And it just seems so elementary in how we get taught that anything that benefits us is socialism or communism or evil.
Industrialists, if you want to get rid of communism, if you're worried about like in the 50s and the 30s and the 40s, it's like pay a fucking decent wage. Yeah. And then these people aren't looking for something better than a fucking soup line.
Yeah. Well, in the 50s too were like that crescendo of being able to have one income, and
where the 70s were.
The 70s were. And then it started to go downhill, and they started to extract money from the lower classes and just funnel it north up to the 1%.
Yeah, because even, just in the post-war, because there was not just the veterans, but because of that, the building for the housing and all the stuff, all of it, I mean, there's a big
suburban expansion.
Yeah, it was just moving up, right? And more union jobs, more, that's when the middle class, I mean, FDR made the middle class, but then that really kind of expanded upon that, and all the way through the Voting Rights Act into the 70s until we hit Reagan, and then they just bamboozled us, man. And since Reagan, it's $50 trillion.
Peaked at Rockford Files.
Yes. Yeah, I think so.
What is it? The top 10 wealthiest people in the United States have, I think it's $2.5 trillion or $2.7 trillion, or maybe it's
the billionaire class did, or something like that.
But that's a lot of money to be consolidated into the hands of just a couple of people.
Silly.
It sounds like they
and
made
then
a
not
mistake.
Expect them to pay back at all.
No.
Right? They have no desire to pay into the system that benefits them so much.
No. And I think Noah something or other from TV, he kind of said it the best with regard to how that system works, where they put it into stocks and then they borrow against that, then never have to pay taxes on the dollars that they have, and that's why they're not paying taxes.
And they don't pay any interest on those loans.
Fucking loophole there. There needs to be a tax on those guys that doesn't allow them to fuck us, and they shouldn't be able to funnel that much money to the top anyway.
And we saw that during the progressive tax from FDR on through that great communist Eisenhower, right? That progressive tax rate made it so that the the uber wealthy who now looking back, they weren't as wealthy as these guys. But if they didn't want to pay taxes just because they didn't believe in taxing, then they would open up libraries and do all these other foundational works where they were giving their money away, but they could control what that money did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Kind of like the Bill Gates Foundation, stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to pay taxes because then, people in the zip codes other than my own get benefit from it. But if you want to, and you know what I mean? So it's like,
I do.
But that's because they didn't want, that was the carrot was them giving away their money. The stick was taxation, right? I don't know, man. It seems very elementary to me. But we also have really short memories, and we don't study even like modern history.
No.
It wasn't that long ago.
It really wasn't.
Yeah. We just really like TV.
I guess. Dancing with the Stars is on.
Yeah.
All right, Charles, that was really a fun little side note there,
You're
but
welcome.
it was really good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boys, in good news, the Seattle Seahawks went on to kick the crap
They sure did.
out of the San Francisco 49ers to advance to the NFC Championship game coming up this weekend. So by the time we come back and see you guys again next week, the Seahawks will either be in the Super Bowl or they won't.
So good.
So
And you're going.
I'm going to the game on Sunday,
Yes.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
Wife got tickets through some kind of vendor. So, and then I looked at what the going rate on the seats we got, because we got like a charter level. It's like 20 rows up from the field,
Oh, man.
sitting on like the 40-yard line,
Let me guess, like $2,500.
right behind 2,400.
Wow. Oh, you're
kidding me.
Right
yeah.
behind the right
So
behind.
nice.
So I immediately looked at I was like,
Yeah, we could use $5,000, bro. Yeah.
5K. But we couldn't sell them because they're been transferred and all this other.
Are you going to paint your face?
So, no, but I did order a couple of plastic Seahawk ponchos for like $10.
Oh, good thinking.
Oh,
Yeah.
because you're
It's
20,
supposed to rain.
you're 20 rows up, so
Yeah, we'll be
Oh, yeah, no cover.
be in
Yeah.
the mix of it. So
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Fantastic. Oh, people are
I
going to
haven't
go
been to a game
bananas.
since 2007, I think.
it's a lot of work
Yeah,
to go to a game, and you don't have like replays and shit, and an
no, that's
announcer to
true,
tell
yeah.
you what the hell's
I
going
know.
on.
And
What just happened? What just
food in
happened?
the fridge and all that.
Yeah.
Man, no, that's true.
A toilet 30
Yeah.
20
Yeah,
steps
no,
away.
also true.
And I
yeah.
do like watching the replays. Like, did he catch it? Did he not catch it? So I'm
Yeah.
not gonna, but you know what? It's an
Something
experience.
about 65,000 Seattle
I
fans going
know.
bananas.
And she's never been to a game. Like I said, I haven't been in god dang 20 years. I think it's been.
Wow.
I took the kid when he was playing pee-wee football. Another dad and his son had extra tickets, so we went. And it was the year that Steve Hutchinson. Do you remember Steve Hutchinson, lineman?
Yeah.
He went to the Vikings on like a poison pill contract. Left Seattle, went to, and then the Vikings came the next year, and we were probably 10 rows behind the Vikings sideline, and we're just yelling at him, "You traitor! You left us!"
That's the way it's supposed to go. You come to our house, and we're gonna.
I know
I
it.
think the last game wasn't it. There was like seismic activity from
Yeah.
there. They kind of
That's what
measured
they were
all that.
saying.
Nice beastquake.
Beastquake kind of stuff.
So good.
Yeah,
Wow,
so
I
we'll
hope you have
see.
a blast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be fun. You know, we're gonna Uber down, I think.
Yeah, I would.
And
That's $100. What is that?
yeah, because parking is probably going to be $150.
It'll be $100 all day,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
And who knows?
Yeah, so we'll Uber down. We don't
But
have
the
to worry
tickets
about
were
anything.
free.
The tickets
Yeah,
were free, so
yeah.
we're not paying anything.
Yeah.
And then I told her that we should go a little early and then just stay.
And the train does go right there.
I asked her about the
Yeah, 'cause
train,
you
and
Uber
we've
to the
done
train,
that before,
yeah.
and she's like, "Yeah, let's just Uber."
Right on.
I don't mind the train. I like the train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just run up to Tukwila and
Yeah.
Especially all the people that are going to be on it. It's all going
it's
to be
gonna
a fun ride.
madhouse,
Yeah.
man.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
gonna be great. But
Well, have a
All
fun
good.
time, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Seattle boys, the Crocodile is
Yeah.
for sale. What?
Come on,
Yeah,
guys.
so if we could put our money together, the iconic live music venue based in Belltown is up for sale. It's been 35 years of independent
Wow.
ownership, not
Yeah.
always the
It
same.
was on Blanchard.
It was
it Blanchard or Bell?
Second
Second in Blanchard, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for a long
That
time.
place was cool, too.
Yeah, back in the day, yeah. And I've been to both iterations, I believe. But
The energy back in the 90s though was insane.
It was insane.
Yeah.
It was like you could go.
Yeah, they had those high back
Vogue and-
booths and shit. It was cool.
Yeah.
You have the Vogue. Oh
Yeah.
man.
I remember my buddy Dave Riesenberg, who had moved to Seattle temporarily for training, and him and I shared love of music, and we went to the Crocodile. It was like a 3-band bill, and we invited a couple of the stuffed shirt managers that we worked with. 'Cause he was a manager in training, and they were too, or something. But I was just a lowly like driver. But he and I vibed on music, and so we like going, and he invited them. Anywhere there was this all-girl group from San Francisco, and I don't remember the name of the band, but the
Donnas?
drummer, that wasn't the Donnas. I would have remembered them, but the drummer just had a massive chest and a sundress. What? With no bra.
God bless
And
America.
just punk rock drumming it out, and shit was flying everywhere. And these guys were like,
Yeah.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
I gotta go confess that shit later. It was not, but we had a great time, and it was
And that was at the Crocodile?
that was at the Crocodile.
Nice.
Yeah.
And the new Croc's nice too. I saw Burton's down there not too long ago. Built to Spell and
Yeah, I saw Ezra
He's in-
Furman there.
Gosh, that's a nice joint.
I used to go
Kyle
see.
and I went
I used to go see
year and a half ago.
Kitchen Radio there.
Oh,
You remember Kitchen Radio?
Yeah, I forgot you were friends with those guys.
Yeah, good bunch of folks.
Huh.
It was always fun to see them play there. Mike McCready, and I think Mike McCready would get up and play with them a little bit because they knew those guys, and the guitar player for Pearl Jam. And the early 90s were just an insanely wonderful thing that we all were in, but we didn't even know what we were.
Right.
We were just a part of a thing.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah. Geez, well, they are $1.6 million in debt. Part of the reason. I think one of the guys that's trying to buy it is like a limited partner. Is trying to pick it up to keep it the same. But it was started by a gal who ended up marrying Peter Buck of REM, right? And so Peter Buchan was a partner for a time, and then they sold it. And more recently, it's like Sean Kinney from
Alice in Chains. Oh, jeez.
And
He's a renting kid.
a couple other bands.
Yeah, he is
A couple
a
other
kid,
band members, guys that owned it.
Is it the building or just the moniker? Like,
That's a good question. I'm not
because
sure.
it's a big building.
Because that 1.6 doesn't seem enough for that building.
Just no, but that's 1.6 still in debt. In the
Oh,
whole,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
you're
if
right,
the
you're
whole
right.
purchase price is, if
You're
it's the
right.
building,
Yeah.
that's 2 something,
It could
maybe
be
3,
20 million,
right?
probably.
And Madame Lou's is underneath. It's the same building.
Yeah.
It's a nice. Is that a hotel or an apartment building or something? It's more than a couple stories.
Isn't that where El Gaucho used to be?
No,
Wasn't that El Gaucho? The
No,
original
I
El
thought it
Gaucho?
used to be the Maritime Union
Oh,
Hall or something,
That's
or
what it was.
Maritime
Yeah,
something.
That's exactly
something
what
like
it was,
that,
yeah.
right?
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
When I was
yeah.
looking for semen, that's where I'd go.
That's where everybody goes to look for semen.
Or Jeff's house. So Peter Buck and the original owner Stephanie Dorgan, they divorced in 2006, and the Croc closed around 2007, and then it reopened as the Crocodile instead of the Crocodile Cafe in 2009.
Yeah.
And then they moved the building over and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So.
it's a really well done because geez, what's the same size as that? Because it's not Paramount sized.
No.
Man, is it smaller than the more? It's smaller than the more.
Oh, way smaller.
yeah,
yeah.
But
No, it's
still,
more
you're
like-
stuffing a couple of hundred people in there, right?
Yeah, it's more like
Because the more's got to be 500 people, right?
yeah. It's not like the off ramp was, right?
No.
The off-ramp was real
off-ramp's
small.
but it's tiny. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
Arizona.
just filthy.
It's the same fucking shoe grease that's been there for 35 years, man.
Yeah, there's no windows to it, so there's no
Yeah.
way to put enough light in there
to
to see it.
disinfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was the last time I was there? We went to see.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, with Bay, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Bailey
and,
Kyle.
and
came
Kyle.
down.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, off with their heads. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good show. Yeah. Kyle he met Kyle was at a bar around the corner and met the singer of the band in the other side of the club.
Funhouse.
Yes.
Yeah.
And kept going over there. Where's Kyle going? Yeah. Anyway, boys, how old is too old to shovel snow?
Well, it depends if there's a young person around.
Whatever age I am currently is the age as to. Last time I dated a gal who lived in Cleveland, long distance relationship for 3 years, and she would get tons of. It's Cleveland, right? Lake effect snow, and a couple times when I was back there in the wintertime, I would go out and shovel her driveway.
Oh, that's nice.
Which was nice, and it got me. It was kind of like just hanging out and some exercise, stuff like that. But fuck, I'm glad we don't get snow like
not like that kind of snow. Oh yeah.
At least it's a dry heat.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that wet snow is just the worst.
Yeah.
It's like that's a backbreaker.
It's fucking heavy.
No.
Yeah. So a lot of experts were saying, 65 don't even bother.
Oh, fair.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's a new sort of report by an expert that came out. The expert's name was, I got it somewhere, but he says anyone over the age of 45 should be really cautious.
Yeah.
My lady's in great shape. She can do it.
Yeah, because in 2001, they did a study that 85% of adults over the age of 50 already experience
cardiac arrest.
Arthrosclerosis,
which is
a problem that can lead to coronary disease.
Okay,
Got it.
85% of adults over the age of 50
already experience this.
Man.
So they're saying that snow shoveling involves mostly isometric or static exertion that causes the contraction of the muscles without any movement in the surrounding joints, which is I think a blood stopper. Yeah.
And it pushes pressure into the heart.
Yeah.
And then if you have weakness in the heart anywhere, it's just going to be like a zit.
Right.
Oh man!
And they say that shoveling snow requires all arm work. So and you're up here, upper body, so you're taxing the heart even more.
Yeah,
straining the body while lifting heavy loads, during which most people unknowingly hold their breath.
Yes,
when you're like,
you're
trying to lift something.
Right.
That
kind of like taking a dump.
Yeah. That's the number 2 killer. Get it? Number 2.
I see what you did there. Okay.
So that increases heart rate and blood pressure. The legs not being in motion or infrequent motion can lead to pooling of the blood in the lower part of the body.
Oh man!
Which means it's not getting back to the heart to get oxygenated. And then cold air can constrict blood vessels, disproportionately raising blood pressure and constricting coronary arteries.
Are you sure this study wasn't by Big Rock Salt?
Snow blowers.
Big de-icer got it in. Yeah, a snowblower would be fun as hell. I've never owned one.
No.
But people get a snowblower. At least get one for the neighborhood.
It's not worth.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Talk to your neighbors. Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't need to be taking our neighbors to the hospital.
And that's the irony of it, right? Because if it's extreme conditions, then you're not making it to the hospital.
Yeah.
And depending on how big of a hill you got, can they make it to you?
Right.
Right. So no, that's a thing.
And we're a little different. I mean, in Cleveland, people are used to getting that kind of snow every year. In fact, she would pay a service that would come out, and I think they call it by pole. So the truck would come out, the snowplow truck would come out. It's a privately owned thing. Pull into her driveway, drop its bucket, and pull the snow out into the street, and they kind of try to move it into a little side area.
Yeah.
And she would pay for that service, and it was like $20 a pole or something like that, whatever it was. And she had a long driveway, but it was, not super wide, 2 cars wide.
That's cheap. Showgirls, I didn't pay that much.
Can we hire showgirls to shovel
the snow? Sweet.
Yeah, that's a thing though. And ice is worse, remember. So snow is one thing, but if it's icy, you got to figure something else out. Oh yeah, no, you can get dunked.
especially in Minneapolis.
I know.
Man.
Oh man. And that's how I know who a serious soldier is. Just like you can tell who's actually wealthy is by their footwear. You know what I mean?
Really, yeah.
It's like, dude, if they're wearing sneakers and shit and they're calling themselves federal officers and shit, nah, dude, you're not a serious person.
Jeans.
Yeah, it's nonsense. It's
Ripped
nonsense.
up baseball hats.
Yeah,
Backwards.
nonsense. Yeah,
No.
because you're not supposed to be comfortable in this work.
No. And you should probably have some identification.
Something other than
I
a
know.
weird patch somewhere.
Oh,
that
my
says,
God.
You know, federal police.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought one of those on there.
Yeah, but just spell it off a little. Have the font a little different. You know what I mean? It's like, man.
Yeah. Maybe they should just start handing out out to all the folks in Minnesota. Everybody just wear their
Everybody's,
own.
everybody's ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like V for Vendetta, right?
Oh,
the whole
yeah.
V for Vendetta thing, man.
Yeah.
Because you give everybody a
Yeah.
mask. You don't
Now
know
I'm
who
Fox.
it is. Yeah.
Now I'm Fox.
Take me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I could just.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, did we learn nothing from V for Vendetta?
I know, right?
Jeez, it wasn't that long ago.
No.
Come on, everybody. That was the last Skip Wachowski film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True that. Oh my God. Jeff, introvert or extrovert?
You're an extrovert.
You are?
You are.
I am?
I am.
I'm not.
You are.
You are.
I am.
Yeah. I think you're actually most.
Spider-Man's all.
Mike, introvert or extrovert?
Well, I think I'm an odd combo thereof.
And there are odd
Yeah,
combos because
yeah.
it's the, what is it, the Myers-Briggs? Myers-Briggs type
Is that a
indicator.
Myers-Briggs thing? All
Yeah.
right, all right.
Personally, so most people are introverted or extroverted. There are even ambiverts who are essentially
Oh, like ambidextrous? That makes sense.
introverts.
Well,
Which
they
I
only
gotta
like broccoli.
identify. But somebody has just coined a new Dr. Rami Kaminsky.
His name is not a Rami Kaminsky.
Rami Kaminsky.
Oh, my God,
just
I
coined
love
a new
it.
term. It's otroverts. And he's saying an introvert is someone who may appear extroverted, but meaning they gain energy from external sources and relationships, and don't seem to need that much alone time, but who are actually more introverted in their nervous system.
Yeah, like a sad clown, right?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a Robin Williams kind of.
So I kind of sort of identified with that because I can if I'm in a function. So one of the examples they gave is that, different introverts are more comfortable and skilled in social environments, especially when those settings require expression of leadership, such as a company party or managing like a children's birthday party or something. Then they can be like, oh, okay, why don't you do this and I'll do this and everybody happy and
Oh, nice. All right.
bring on the clowns.
Yeah. No,
But in reality, they're,
don't wanna.
Introverted. Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah.
Yeah, I just give the kids Benadryl and Kool-Aid. Who wants grape?
Jesus Christ.
Sit them down in front of 2001 Space Odyssey.
folks, don't drink the Kool-Aid at Mike's house. Whatever you do.
Just kidding.
Ooh, isn't that what Bill Cosby got?
Oh, wow.
So I don't know. I kind of agree with that
For yourself?
extrovert thing for myself.
Yeah,
Would
you
you
see-
consider yourself an extrovert?
Most of the time, but I do have tendencies where I just can't handle it. But that was more so before I kind of had control of my central nervous system. And so knowing now that I can control my thoughts and control my central nervous system, I choose not to be around people when they don't serve me. Right. I try to put myself in a position where I'm not being vampired, because that's what happens is that introverts typically are getting sucked on. They don't know how to get away from that situation. It drains them. Right. And being in the business that I've been in for 30 years in the restaurant business, there were all types of people who would come in
I
that.
was going to say you probably have to present as an extrovert when you're there because you got to be the host, right? You gotta
But
take care of
there's
everybody.
plenty of times that I was in extroverted mode, it looked like, but I was like a duck. I was calm, cool, and collected on the top, but I was emotionally.
Flopping.
Yeah, there was days I didn't want to go to work, but I had to go put on that happy smile to go, hi, how are you?
Yeah.
But
And
inside
be a
I was
boss.
tamarind. And be a boss.
Right, because it's one thing if you're getting on stage or whatever, and because you got to
You're
do
just
the
putting on
job,
the
but,
show, right.
but then you got to make sure all these other people eat, and the tax man's happy,
All those
right,
things.
and suppliers and because all that
He's
other
like,
shit's
hello,
still there.
my baby.
Yeah.
Hello, my dog.
Yeah.
Hello, my.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a song and dance. And when you're,
Yeah.
and when you're on at the
fucking tax
restaurant, you're on.
man.
Yeah, when you're on at the restaurant, there's nothing more. You have to smile and kind of be in that place where you don't have an emotional feeling that you're bringing to a table. You don't want to dump on a table, right? You want to be able to be that person that's got
That they dump
the
onto
answers.
you.
They dump onto me.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm resilient to some degree, but some days it's a challenge. So, folks, if you ever want to open a restaurant, I'd love to sit down with you for about 1 second. Don't do it. Yeah.
What
It's
is
Mike
nuts?
and coffee shop.
yeah.
Right.
What are you, nuts? Unless, because do you know how to make $1 million in the hospitality industry?
Get a boat.
Yeah, we'll start with 2 million.
Yeah.
Oh, and a lot of heartache. Speaking of extroverts, boys, every rose has its thorn.
Can I
It's
quote
the
you on that?
40th anniversary
Oh.
of Poison.
Wow, look what the cat dragged
Well,
in.
look what the cat, because that was the first album, right? And so they were talking. There was all this talk. We're going to go on a
Wow.
40th anniversary tour, and it's going to be great because there's 4 members. There's all these 4s. I don't remember. It was 4 members in the band. There's 4 of us. Whatever. Blah blah blah.
40th. Yeah.
40th. Blah. But apparently they could not come to terms, even though Ricky Rocket, I think the drummer of the band, said that they had an offer on the table. It was a good offer to go out and play all these gigs.
Oh, yeah, no, I bet they were going to get paid,
Tour.
bro,
Well,
to play Talk Dirty to Me twice a night.
Brett Michaels
yeah.
sort of killed the killed it.
The
'cause
least talented member of the band
he
by a long
demanded
shot.
he demanded a 6-to-1 payout. So every dollar that the band makes,
Yeah.
Brett Michael wanted 6.
That's insane.
It's like, what?
Because he was on a TV show,
How
remember?
does that
Right.
work? How does that work?
I don't know.
How does
It
that
doesn't.
work?
It doesn't
Well,
because
that's
they
what-
said no.
Yeah, that's what the band is. Ricky Rocket was saying. It's like, I'm not going to go out and play so this guy can make all
Oh
the
my
money.
God! See, and you thought
Right?
Sting was bad.
Wait. Let me get this straight. So every dollar the band makes, he gets 6.
Yes.
Ma, he's stoned.
Yeah, he's stoned.
What?
That's bananas.
It's bananas.
Yeah.
And I think it's the band. That's what he said. It was $1 for the band. But I mean, even if it was $1 for
Oh,
each,
gotcha.
of the
Other
other
member.
three, it's
Yeah.
3 to 6.
Yeah,
So
but
either
if it's
way,
18-1,
Right.
That's just insane.
Holy
No, because remember we all went to go see. It was Brett Michaels, like Warrant, and one other band because Dennis's.
I didn't go to that.
Oh.
I didn't go, but I remember she
Yeah.
opened for
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
right?
which was bizarre anyway.
yeah.
But man, and he was pushing his own merch because he's got the cowboy hats I'm talking about. The ones that are distressed to look like a cowboy really had them.
Right.
And so he's pushing his merch while he's on stage. And I mean, I was just like, man, this is one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
It's like, but no, CeCe DeVille, is he
yeah.
the guitar player?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that guy was a decent guitar player,
I mean,
man.
as far
Yeah,
as,
they're all LA hot shots, you know.
He looked like a mouseketeer.
Well,
Yeah.
when they came out with
Interesting.
their friggin' makeup and just
Yeah.
looked like chicks,
Yeah.
with big
It's like
tousled hair.
It was basically the same thing that Motley Crue did back
Yeah.
when they got first
Yeah.
started. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went. We did in 2022. We did the Def Leppard, Motley Crue, Poison, Joan Jett,
What?
and there was some other band.
Wow.
Because we were like talking about, I was like,
Where?
yeah, we haven't. It was at either Lumen or it was at, I think it was a Safeco. Motley Crue, I was mildly interested. Wasn't interested in Poison at all. Joan Jett, big time.
Oh, she's great.
And Def Leppard. I'm a Def Leppard fan, so I thought it'd be kind of fun. I never saw them in the 80s.
Oh, and now they have Vivian Gamble.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You mean that
Better
Def
time.
Leppard with a
Yeah.
stupid drummer with just one arm?
Yes.
Yeah.
Still with it, but he's been in the band nonstop.
Nonstop.
Yeah, he's a great.
Yeah.
He's fantastic.
Yeah.
What a stud.
Yeah. If you air drum with two hands to Def Leppard,
Yeah.
just a dick.
Yeah.
It's like, are you really a fan?
But we went to that show, and unfortunately, didn't realize this thing started at like 3:00 in the afternoon because they had the 5 bands. So we got there. Joan Jett had already started.
Oh.
So we're walking into we had to walk around, find the seats and stuff. So we got a little bit of Joan Jett. We got maybe half her set, not even sitting down, just kind of walking and listening to it. The opening band, I don't even remember who it was. We didn't get any of them.
Steve.
And then Poison came out. And I got to say, Brett did an okay job. I mean, he gave his 60-year-old guy shaking his moneymaker.
Oh yeah, no, he goes through it.
Did he talk dirty to you?
He did. He tried to. Yeah. And then, of course, Motley Crue comes out. And these guys are what is 63, 62 years old?
Brett
Right around there.
Brett Michaels? Or no, Brett.
And so Tommy Lee
Who's
comes
the
out.
lead singer?
Vince Neil.
Vince Neil. Yeah.
And I mean, if he's 60, he's a rough 60, bro.
Yeah.
That's some hard miles on the
And they have
chassis.
like 3 backup singers to make them sound good.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But
Because he doesn't really sing anymore.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I didn't even remember the
Mars
words.
Mick Mars is attached to like a puppet.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah. He's like Eddie. He's in the background like Eddie from Judas Priest. Or Iron Man, yeah.
Nikki Sixx is running around, not even playing his bass, but there's bass lines going. And
Yeah, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's spectacle at that point, right?
But you got Tommy Lee that jumps out. He comes out because he does the home sweet home keyboard
that's nice.
and stuff like that. But he comes out and he's like, "Where are my titties at?" And then of course the camera guys are panning and they find chicks that are doing. I'm like, dude, you're 63 years old.
Yeah.
Where are my titties at?
Well,
I don't know.
Now Tommy Lee and I do agree on something.
And they're like, and they
don't have to.
It's true.
they're on my ankles.
Yeah. They're 63 years old too, bro.
They're now Neanderthal cities.
Man. Oh man. I don't think we stayed for the full even Def Leppard set because by then we'd seen
Enough.
Yeah. But
That's cool, man.
6-1. I guess
that's
Brett
bananas.
has his own band that he still tours around with quite a bit.
because whatever I saw, probably if he
while.
just digs through them,
Yeah.
which is not a bad gig for the rest of the band, right? But and I'm sure he does fine, right? I bet he goes through the Midwest, and does
Sells out
fine.
all the casinos.
And he was on a reality program or
He's
something
been
for
on
a
like
time,
3 or 4.
But
He was on
but when I
Trump
think of
show.
Poison, I don't go, Brett Michaels.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
What a
I don't really spend much time thinking of Poison, to be honest. And at the time, I remember going, oh, good God, the Republic's doomed. little did I know how right I was.
That was the start of the downfall.
Yeah, then once everybody started wearing their pajamas out, that was
That's the end of society.
There's the final nail.
Oh,
Put
my
some
God.
pants on, people. It's Earth.
Boys, speaking of music, it's been 50 years since 1975's release of Pink Floyd's "Wish You Were Here,"
geez.
which is a great song, great album. It has achieved a new milestone. It officially earned itself a spot on Spotify's Billions Club, which means it's been streamed 1 billion plus times
On that platform.
worldwide.
How many have we been streamed?
13.
14. Yeah.
You guys can make that happen.
Thank you.
They did get Another Brick in the Wall Part 2.
Oh,
It
jeez.
was also
Electric
last
Boogaloo?
year.
Yeah.
Like,
Which
exactly.
is kind of, those two songs are really good examples of Pink Floyd.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because
Those
Wish
are
You
the
Were
first
Here,
two
it's a
that
very
did it.
sweet song, right?
Yeah.
It's a very beautiful song.
Yeah.
And The Wall.
Yeah.
Not,
We're living it right now.
Not God.
Oh, it's rough, man.
Yeah. So, and I looked it up. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. I mean, 50 or a billion streams is pretty big. There can't be that many, but there is a lot of songs that have, like AC/DC's got 4 or 5 songs on there. Ariana Grande's got like 7 songs on the billion streams.
And just with one, that's per platform.
That's song,
just on Spotify.
and that's just one song.
One song.
From
there.
Bananas.
Streams.
I mean, billion to me, and maybe it doesn't go as far as it once did, but that just seems like a lot, man.
Yeah. One in every 7, 1 in every 8 person on the planet.
Yeah, or one guy at all. Over and over and over.
Repeat. It's for Ariana Grande. It's my daughter.
Yeah.
She does it.
Click, 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 click.
Server
That's
farm.
amazing. That's
Yeah.
They're
Server
cutting down full forests to power that server farm. Like,
We can get to 1 billion, I know.
that's amazing. That's
So that's our goal.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
get
I
an
will never
episode
let
of billion.
anybody forget it. The minute we hit 1 billion, I will get it tattooed on my fucking forehead, bro.
Nice.
Oh my
I'll
God.
join you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll join you.
Yeah, it'll end up being Neanderthal titties.
Yeah. That one episode. Yeah.
And again, with music, after 6 decades, John Fogerty, Creedence Clearwater Revival, he celebrated the 1969 track "Fortunate Son." Was named the most streamed song from the 60s in 2025.
Jeez.
So they do like a decade kind of a thing. So his was the most streamed that came out in the 60s last year. So
It's a
Kinda
song that
tells
bears
ya-
repeating. Yeah.
well, right now it certainly does.
Jeez.
Good on him. He's been doing a lot of stuff because he did his own John's version
Oh,
and
that's
stuff like
right.
that.
Yeah, recent with his kid, right?
With his kids.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
No, I mean hugely influential.
John.
Yeah, and we were talking about Haight Ashbury last week,
Right.
Right, that did Creedence too.
Yeah.
right. They were
Yeah.
part of that same
Right in that
group,
general
yeah.
area.
Yeah, they must
for
all
sure.
rubbed elbows.
Yeah.
right.
And other
No.
stuff.
Yeah, no, that's yeah.
Don't take the
Janice.
brown acid.
yeah,
It's now a free concert.
Gee, it's cool. Yeah, no, I have always liked Creedence.
Yeah.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the, you can't not
Yeah.
like Creedence, right?
No,
It's
that's
really hard.
why don't we have? I mean, I know why, but this is a rhetorical question. But maybe you have an answer. Is what we don't have those kinds of songs right now for the kinds of war we have, and is it because they're not televised and we're not seeing the atrocities that are going on like we did?
We got
during
Jesse
the Vietnam
Wells, I
War?
guess, for like
Yeah.
folk music, right? He's a good,
He's really
very
yeah.
contemporary folk.
Okay, all right.
And I think he gets a lot of play. Yeah,
does.
who is writing protests and whatever? And I mean, that takes all forms, but yeah,
Sure.
just
Yeah, I don't think they
mean,
get
they-
the radio play.
Was
Like,
that the wall? I mean, the wall was kind of a protest, or at least an informational
and an
kind of a thing.
anti-fascist,
Right.
the whole thing. yeah, I mean,
would
yeah,
you say that
anti-war,
back in
anti-fascist.
1967 that Creedence was top 40 radio?
I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh,
Along
I think
with,
so. I think so.
These boots were made for walking.
Yeah, because
Well-
there's still a lot of poppy stuff
Yeah.
in too. But
The Archies.
yeah, by the time 67, 68 came out, like The Summer of Love, there's acid rock. And
Yeah.
I don't know if all stations were playing that. I tend to doubt it. But I'm sure a lot of them were skipping. There were probably a lot of stations not playing any black music then.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm sure there were still.
But there was always yummy, yummy, yummy. I got love in my tummy.
Yeah, just to keep the pearl clutchers.
Hang
Yeah.
on, Sloopy. Sloopy, hang on.
Yeah, which actually, have you guys ever seen the music video for that?
No.
I don't know who she is,
Maybe.
but one of the sexiest women of all time is in that movie.
Well.
Sorry, the music video.
Really?
Oh no, I'm telling you, boys, do,
All right.
do your research.
Yeah, damn it.
yeah. But, yeah, it's incredible.
Jeez.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is it? But hey, Snoopy.
Sloopy.
Sloopy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But
Yeah.
Snoopy to me. Yeah. Hey, Snoopy. All right.
My sloop, John B. Boys, rest in peace, Valentino Garavani, the Italian fashion designer who died at 93 this past week. Valentino has been like a name in fashion for a long time, especially among like Hollywood stars, always like on the red carpet and the Academy Awards and stuff like that.
Like when they say, like, hey, what are you wearing tonight? I'm wearing a Valentino.
Valentino. He retired in 2008 from actually doing the designing and stuff. I think he sold his company for like $300 million, which ain't bad. But he was the founder of that. He's dressed everybody from Jackie Kennedy to Princess Diana, Kate Blanchett, Anne Hathaway, Penelope Cruz.
Yay,
Penelope Stone, all those are friends of the show. But he had his own signature shade of crimson, Valentino red. It had a little hint of orange in it.
That's neat.
So he kind of created that whole Valentino red. And he said, I love beauty. It's not my fault, and I know what women want. They want to be beautiful. And then at one point, he was quoted as saying, there are only 3 things I can do: make a dress, decorate a house, and entertain people.
Oh, geez, wow.
So
very nice.
I guess he was known for his laugh and his smile, and the stars just really loved him. So, yeah, I'm not a fashion guy. I understand fashion is an art. I get it. And
I think it can be a very
it can be a really cool thing, but
I know that when I get dressed up and do up my hair and put on my makeup,
when I put on my makeup,
I feel, better. I feel more confident.
Say a little prayer for you.
Yeah. And, like you said, if women want to feel beautiful, they like to stand next to me because they can't help but feel more beautiful. Like everybody gets a +3 to charisma. They stand next to the world's tallest dwarf. Like, geez, very dangerous at short distances, people.
Well, speaking of taking a trip down memory lane, boys, Gen X, I read an article, as I explained at the beginning of the show, people were talking about things that they remember as youths, but just aren't around anymore, and it would be hard for them to explain to the younger generations what that meant. So one of the big things was the amount of smoking that was everywhere, being unreal. 70s, 80s, smell of cigarettes, smoke was everywhere. Homes, restaurants, grocery stores, workplaces, restrooms, outdoors, got in people's hair and clothes. It was just everywhere. Smoking in high school.
Everybody was smoking.
My parents were big smokers. My brother and sister both became smokers. Somehow it missed me, but I think I have enough secondhand smoke
to make up for it.
to make up for it.
And I remember being a young person, and I didn't smoke as a youth. I took it up later. But kids get away with it. It's like, how are you not smelling that on your kid?
Right.
You know what I mean? If my kid came home after smoking, like, there's no way I wouldn't notice.
I think I've told this story before, maybe years ago on the show, but my first true cigarette, because I would take drags and quickly blow it out without inhaling. But I was out in the alley with my brother and John McDonald from down the street. Thanks, John. He was like, oh, you really want to smoke that? This is what you do. Get a bunch of smoke in your mouth and then take a big inhale. I was sick for a fucking week, man. And never again. That was enough. So thank you, John.
Yeah, thanks, John.
For curing me.
Is he still around?
Yeah, he's around. I see him pop up on the Facebook once in a while. He's an O'Day alum.
Nice. Kurt still
my brothers. Occasionally, I think. Maybe not the tobacco.
And plus, Kurt's indestructible.
Yeah.
He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere.
But I do remember, because I didn't fly a lot. We didn't fly a lot growing up. My parents didn't take fancy vacations where we flew, but I remember flying down to Hemet, California to move my grandparents from Hemet to Salem, Oregon. And when we flew down, I kind of remember the ashtrays in the plane on the armrest.
Yeah.
But nobody could smoke. I think it was just around the time that they were...
Or maybe shorter distance flights.
It was 2005 when they changed.
Was it
no.
Okay.
Sorry. We're talking about airplanes. Never mind. I don't know when that happened.
I don't remember what year it was, but I just remember the little ashtrays in the thing and just like, oh, okay. But all the cars came with ashtrays. Now cars don't come with ashtrays.
And lighters, right?
And lighters, cigarette lighters, the little push-in. And then I remember being Marine, because I was a big seafarer guy. So every year my buddy and I would go down and we'd hang out at the pits. We'd buy for one day to get into the pit area. We get the autographs from everybody. But on the few days leading up to it, I think it was Eve Lights and another cigarette company were down there, and they were just giving away free packs of cigarettes. So you'd walk by, and if you looked anywhere close to 18, you want a pack, say, oh yeah, sure, no, put it in pocket. Go by like 5 times, and you come home with like 5 packs. And then finally, towards the end of the day, they're like, no, I've seen you already. Like, what?
Yeah, I got to give them to some other young person.
Go look in the garbage. And if they haven't given them out all the way, then they're just probably dumped in the garbage.
Lights.
Oh man!
But yeah, I mean, cigarettes were just
everywhere,
permeated, no pun intended, into our society, right?
Well, back in the early '90s in Pioneer Square, they had Joe Camel. There was Camels and Marlboros were the big ones that were down
Marlboro
there, just
Reds,
putting hot chicks in tight things and making them walk around and promote their brands. They were giving out cigarettes. It was crazy.
Because I mean, that's one of those things that once you start, you're coming back. And I think they found out that with brand loyalty or whatever, once you started with a brand, you stuck with that brand.
It's
the Camel Joe gear and the Marlboro catalogs.
Huge.
Kids walking around advertising their shit. Weird.
It was weird, and we knew that the cigarette companies were fucking with us. That it was addictive. They were putting addictive things in them. And
have you guys ever watched Thank You for Smoking? Yeah, that's a great movie.
It is.
Is that Aaron Eckhart?
I get him and Joe Hamm mixed.
John
Hamm.
John Hamm.
I get those two mixed up, but it's one of the two.
They're chiseled, like way too good looking for their own good.
John Dong.
Maybe. And they would hand them out to soldiers, remember? That was part of the ration kit.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know.
And it was in all the movies. I mean, everybody was smoking in every scene of every movie.
It is. It's amazing.
Apocalypse Now or whatever.
But if I'm in an active combat, why not? What are you worried about?
Well, what about some ketamine or something? I'd rather have that.
Can I pick?
Jesus.
Boys, were you latchkey kids?
Of course, absolutely.
Because both my parents were. Mom was kind of off and on working, but she always kind of was more on than off. And wouldn't be home. So
basically home from about 3:00 until about 5:30 when they would get home. And both my parents worked. So
your own devices.
I had my little chain that kind of snapped together with the little beads that went around, right? The metal.
Right?
And you'd like lock it in there, and my chain would go around my neck, and I'd lose it every once in a while.
What age was that?
All the ages.
Grade school on up.
Grade school on up.
For sure.
For sure. Well, my sister would be home.
And Archie was just under the mat.
Sure. Yeah.
That worked? Like, man, because they didn't care. Somebody came for me. I'm telling you.
There's a van. Why don't you get in it?
Just hand them the key.
Every time they walk by a van, they just kind of slowly push Mike towards it.
Man, but their head would slip off of the sweat. They could never really get a good grip on me.
Mike, why were you sweating? You were so hungry.
So hyper, he had malnourished.
Oh, man. We'd go home and we'd flip the TV on. Mom had a list of chores for us that rotated every week that we would try to get done. But
was it just you and your brother?
And
my sister, I bet just a handwritten home note is almost a thing of the past.
Yes.
Right? I bet everybody just texts your chores, or hopefully everybody still has chores, for God's sake, and responsibilities.
Well, interestingly, that Janelle wrote a note to the boys, her boys.
That's great.
And it said, do the dishes. And take the garbage out. It gave me the sweats.
I love it. But in 60 years, those kids will remember that. They're not going to remember the text that said do the dishes. They're going to remember their mother's handwriting and whether it was angry or not.
Yes.
Shit, man, I use text to tell my daughter to come upstairs for dinner or whatever. It's like, I'm not walking down a flight of stairs.
Is that the version of like your dad? Your dad sitting there on his lazy boy. He's like, go change the channel.
Or just yelling in the house to come upstairs.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, it's a thing. The yelling.
Dinner time!
Yeah.
Oh man, I went to Catholic school, so this might have been more. I don't, you guys. First through fifth, but I don't remember anything happening in public school. But for misbehavior, getting a swat on the tuchus. Stand in the corner, face the wall, slap, smacks, whacks.
Yeah, I never got
stuff.
slap in the face or anything at school, not from a teacher. But I've had my desk dumped on me.
Well, I was going to say,
and I've been kind of manhandled
Yeah.
by adults.
Yeah.
You know
At
what I mean?
school?
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Oh yeah. Because they didn't appreciate my comedy. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, people.
we appreciate it.
Yeah. Class clown ain't easy, people.
Yeah.
I'm working there.
Yeah, my dad always told me that nobody likes a class clown. And I'm like, bullshit.
Oh, contraire, mon frere.
Yeah. In third grade,
Your nose with a rubber hose.
in third grade, I had a teacher named Mrs. Meany at Burien Heights Elementary. Mrs. Meany.
We had a Mrs. Meany. I wonder if she moved
you?
down south or something.
Might have. But Mrs. Meany had a left Converse shoe and a right Converse shoe. And if you got out of line, she allowed you to pick which shoe you wanted to get, spanked with.
Whoa.
And she would spank you with that thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Dawes in 7th and 8th grade, that motherfucker would have his wood shop people build him these
Paddle with
holes in it.
Yeah.
No, that's a real thing.
It's a real thing. And
Oh,
you know what? They would make you pull your pants down so that you had your bare ass there, which is perverted and weird.
It's
and
insane. Looking back.
have the nurse or school nurse come in and watch.
Yeah. That's
what?
normal.
That's normal.
Because if that shit happened to my kids now, I'd be
come unglued.
fucking
Oh,
ripping
they'd be out of that school. And,
yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
I'd be like, if I can't do it at home, you can't do it at school.
And it's not like but that's exactly what governments and authority figures always do, is they only have to get one of us, because then the rest of the kids know that it happened.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know it's.
And I was that guy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, I took it for all of you.
We had the thing in high school where if you got into trouble, you had to do the nose to the wall, standing, and hold like 3 or 4 books.
Wow. Yeah.
And if you slumped it all, if they saw you slump it all, they would add like 5. So you had to do it for 5 minutes. If you did a little bit of a slump, they would add a minute to it or whatever.
Yeah.
And if you couldn't do it after a certain amount of time, they would just give you Saturday detention.
Yeah.
So it was almost like, you know what?
Well, I'll see you Saturday.
See you Saturday. I'm picking up cigarette butts.
Yeah, in fact, I want two.
Yeah,
I
picking
want
up litter.
two. I
Yeah.
want 2 Saturdays. I'm throwing the books out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to stand on the fence and stuff like that. Like, so that was your ruined recess, is you had to stand somewhere and watch everybody else.
You have a good time.
You have a good time.
Play Battlestar Galactica and stuff.
When I was in fourth grade, Mr. Gilmore at Hazel Valley Elementary in Burien, I was getting out of hand like I do. I don't know. I probably said something inappropriate. But he said, Jeff, get out of here. Leave. Just leave. So I took his advice. I left and I went to see her speech in fourth grade.
Yeah.
I just left. My parents were pissed.
What's 4th grade? That's like
9, 10.
That's the one right after third.
No, but age-wise. Well, I bounced around a little bit.
Oh, age-wise?
Yeah, 9 or 10.
Yeah,
right?
9 or 10 or something like that. It was an adventure too,
Yeah,
man. I mean, that was a
nice.
long walk, and I
Nice.
remember seeing my parents drive by one time when I
man.
was coming back
Yeah.
from the beach because they were looking for me. I'm like, oh, they're
Oh.
fucking looking for me. Turns out my parents weren't mad at me, but they were mad at Mr. Gilmore.
yeah.
Leave.
Yeah, they
Just
were.
leave.
Just leave. No,
Yeah.
no direction. Just
Yeah.
leave.
Jeff was going to end up on a milk carton.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
well, there's always a chance of that, right?
Sure.
And that's just the responsibility, because your parents in our larger society made a deal with that school.
Yeah, to
For
keep
better
you
or for
safe.
worse, to keep you kind of safe. And,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean?
I can imagine when he went out into that hallway and I wasn't there.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, "What's going on?"
Oh, yeah.
You know?
For sure.
Yeah, and then I went to my parents' house. My parents saw me. I was walking by my parents' house on the way back, and they found me. And then they took me back to school, and we went into the principal's office. And Mr. Gilmore came down, and we had a 5-way meeting, and I was in there, told my story. Then I left with my mom and Mr. Gilmer, my dad, and the principal stayed there in the room, and we were outside, and my dad blew up. He lost his shit. He was swearing, and I was
finally stood up for you.
Yeah.
Finally
Right
stood up for me. That was the weird thing about my dad, is that he would if I spilt the milk, or if I tripped, or I don't know, said something out loud with my voice, he'd get pissed off. Go get me the blue handled dikes, he said one time as he's sitting there underneath the kitchen sink. Okay, and I'm so nervous I don't want to ask him what dikes are, because I'm supposed to know what dikes are. What the fuck's a dike? I don't even know what the name of dike is for a girl.
You should have been like that. What the fuck's a dike?
Yeah. So I came back and I brought the blue handled screwdriver, and he lost his shit. So when I went and was gone for an afternoon at Cedars Beach looking at crabs, I thought I was going to die. No, the principal.
You know what it is nobody can talk to my son like that but me.
That's right. Exactly.
I'm the one that dishes out the punishment. Man, something happened too when I was about the same age, and I walked home of Stevens Elementary, 19th and Gaylor area there, 18th and Gaylor, I guess it would be. But something happened. I don't remember if it was a teacher or something, but I walked home too. And I remember one of the moms from one of my soccer team, the mom of one of my soccer team co-players saw me, and she like pulled over and was like, where are you going? Get in there? It was, get in the car, I'll take you home. And I was like, no, I'm not getting. And I kind of ran away from her and went up through the alleys and got home and stuff. But got home, and by the time I got home, she had driven to my house and told my mom that I was walking home. So mom was like, what are you doing? Why are you ruining my TV?
Right? My Bond's champagne and bonbons.
I don't think she took me back though.
Like as a son?
Never again. Roommate kind of a situation. But,
That's how I met Mr. Hester Prine.
What?
Is that a Dickens thing?
I don't know.
So,
speaking of that, when your dad stood up for you like that, I remember me and Dylan and Ralph, we lived, in a row, 3 houses in a row, and we'd always walk home through the same alleys. Well, we ran into Dickie McCormick. It's always Dickie McCormick. And I can't remember the other kid's name, redheaded kid. And we walked past him, and they said something, and one of us like turned around and would like gave him a dirty look or something, and they got pissed, so they started chasing us. So we booked it all the way home, and the 3 of us kind of split off and got into our houses. And told the dads. So the 3 dads come out. Dylan's dad, very mild-mannered man.
Unassuming.
Ralph's dad, like former military, looked like a fucking drill sergeant, buzzed head, big fucking dude. And my dad, not a big guy, but prone to anger, prone to erupt like a fucking Mount Vesuvius. And my dad and Ralph's dad just fucking lit into these kids.
Oh no!
And just had them up against the garage door. And we're just back there going,
oh
yeah, wow.
Maybe we should do this more often.
And then poor Dylan's dad just kind of sitting there like,
hey, what have these guys said?
am I going to get arrested?
All for just looking at them the wrong way.
Looking at the wrong, but they chased us up the street. I don't know if they would have done anything, but
it's nice. It's nice when parents, stick up for you in those situations. But it's odd and confusing when you're a kid and you spill the milk, and they yell at you, or you say something out of turn or something. They smack you across the room or whatever it is, and then when something huge happens, where I leave and I endanger my own life, they're like, it's somebody else's fault, right? And when we're gonna like stand up for you. So interesting kind of.
And you said your sister was like 7 years older, right?
She was.
Because I was going to say,
she still is.
She still is.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for having older siblings. We were closer in age than you, because I kind of saw how they treated my brother,
right?
So I kind of knew the limits limits I could push and when to pull back just in time.
Yeah, that says you're a smart person.
Yeah.
I was younger by 7 years, and I did the exact opposite.
Yeah. Boogity,
What does this button do?
Yeah, I was a visual learner. I had to learn by example.
Yeah. But it shows the importance of letting our loved ones know we have their back.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. I tell my kids a couple of things: don't lie, cheat, or steal, and you won't never have to look over your shoulder. Which I actually learned from my dad. My dad taught me that, right?
Yeah.
Because we all go through those periods of time where we're doing wrong stuff, and also when you're doing drugs, right? Just like aspirin, you don't take the whole bottle of aspirin if you have a headache. Don't take all the drugs.
Yeah.
Remember when you guys were like taking your first hit of weed and someone was like, yeah, here's this. And they're like, yeah, hit it again. And it's like, okay. And then you're like, nah. You're like, I don't want to do these drugs. So
But now it's too late because I already did them.
Yeah, done did
all of them.
Oh, man.
Boys, I'm going to name this next one Cheap Vices because it was cheap junk food, cheap cigarettes, cheap gas, cheap concerts, cheap concert
Cheap trick.
cheap trick. Man, everything it seemed attainable back then.
Yeah,
I mean, you
I
could
mean
go
wages
down-
were lower, but I still saw Van Halen for $10.
right.
I saw Judas Priest for stadium shows,
Right.
for $10.
Yeah. What happened?
Lawyers.
I just remember being a kid. And if you had $2 to go down to the corner store,
Oh, dude, you were rich.
you were
Yeah,
fucking-
yeah.
That's a can of soda, a couple candy
Snickers,
bars,
Yeah.
chips,
Yeah, for
maybe.
sure.
I
For
mean,
And
sure.
if you didn't even have that much, you could go to the little
the penny
penny
candies
candy.
or whatever.
There was penny candy, there was nickel candy, dime candy.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And those guys would be like, yeah, just grab a handful, grab a few handfuls.
That was
That's fine.
stickiness. And maybe Centipede. And you might still get a couple
Yeah,
of games of Centipede out of that.
Right.
Yeah.
And that stuff was made with real sugar.
Yeah.
It was made with this.
The corn syrup.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
You know what I
Yeah,
had
remember-
today?
yeah.
I had a Suzy Q.
Did you?
Oh,
really?
man.
Remember we talked
Suzy
about
Q
that on
in
one of the
50 years.
I haven't either, right? I used to love them. They're a lot smaller than they used to be.
Yeah, no, shrinkflation is
Yeah.
real,
Yeah,
people.
but it
Oh,
was
yeah.
the same thing. The whole licking up
Nice.
the
Yeah.
frosting and
Right.
then having the cakes on the outside.
Oh, nice.
So I picked up a Suzy Q today.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was a blast from the
Did
past.
you have a glass of milk with it or anything?
No, just
Because that just seems super classic.
yeah. No, I had the little chocolate donuts.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
and I needed a
As a
glass of
chaser.
milk. I did.
Yeah, the chocolate donuts always had kind of that weird
The
glossy.
waxy, yeah. But still, I'll fuck them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing
But
is,
so do
if there's
apples.
one of them in front of me or 50 packs of them in front of me,
Right.
I'm not stopping.
I'm not stopping
Yeah.
Well,
either.
once I start in on those things,
Yeah.
they're bite size, kind of.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah,
It's like a full can of Pringles, right?
you're not going to stop.
Yeah,
No, you're
this
not
whole
stopping.
thing is done.
No, you can take a big, thick,
Yeah.
and you go eat it like a hamburger. Oh, those were the days.
yeah. Oh, man. I'm sold. I remember when Pringles first hit the scene.
Yeah.
They were a radical accomplishment in our technologies. Soviets didn't have Pringles.
No,
You know what I mean?
and
It's
they
like,
didn't have Tang either.
yeah, they didn't have Tang. You could say that twice.
Yeah. Speaking of concerts, what was your first concerts? First bill, like
My
not-
first big show was at ACDC at
Oh, yeah.
Tacoma
I
Dome.
think we
Yeah.
talked about
Yeah.
this.
That was insane.
Yeah.
And I'm
What year?
tiny now, but I was super tiny then.
Yeah.
And it was insane.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No, it was insane.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, you must have been just swallowed up by that.
Oh, yeah, it was
crowd.
great.
Was
Oh,
that
yeah.
post Back in Black or
Oh, yeah, that was
this is Brian Johnson?
what's the one with the cannons? For
Oh,
those about to rush.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Ka-bunk, ka-bunk,
Nice. I
ka-bunk.
bet the stage
Yeah.
show.
It was
just-
so loud. It was Queensryche and who's the ones who had Great White?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, that was insane. It was insane.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
And where was that?
At Tacoma Dome.
Tacoma Dome.
Yeah.
Right on.
So I had to find my way to, and my parents didn't know I was going.
Yeah.
So I was going to see a triple feature
Yeah.
with Steve Stewart, and I had to find a way down there and back.
Wow.
It was
What'd you end
nuts.
up doing?
Big kid on the way down, and then I think I took the Greyhound or some shit on the way back. So then from Seattle back to Brent Mawr after that.
Dude, no wonder you did well in Delhi.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I can find my way around.
me around.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'll
that's
get there.
awesome.
I'll get there.
Fuck yeah.
It's like 5 transfers hours and a plane ride, but I'll get there. I might have to ride the back of a whale or something. But
I'm getting there. Yeah, and it was 10. I mean, 8 or 10.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cheap beyond belief for 3 huge bands in a giant stadium.
Yeah. That's a lot of fun.
Fantastic. What about you, Jeff?
Well, depends on what you say. A concert. My first concert that I went to, like a place to go see concerts, was Engelbert Humperdinck.
Wow.
Yeah, so I
Nice.
saw him, and then my next one was Neil Diamond.
Wow.
So that was kind of.
I've never seen Neil
But my
live.
first rock, I've seen him 4 times. And
Yeah, he's incredible. Does a great job.
Incredible. He's a swooner. And all these old people that are just up there with their turn on your heart light, and they've got lighters, and I'm like,
Fucking
"Dude."
granny panties.
Yeah, just know how to do it though.
Absolutely.
That guy is a professional.
Yes. And then my first rock concert was Bon Jovi, and Cinderella opened for Bon Jovi.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
85 or 86.
Oh man.
I remember being a sophomore in high school when that slippery one
Yeah.
wet.
Yeah.
It was just fucking
huge. It was
everywhere.
huge. Oh,
Some
yeah.
guy was getting a blowjob just behind me.
Nice.
The gal I went with, the 2 gals I went with, go, Jeff, look behind us. And I was like, oh, what's that? What's happening?
Is she okay?
Is she okay? Is that what we're supposed to be doing? Help. It was crazy. But you remember that one scene in not what's their favorite ones? Dead air. No, it's what's
It's a movie or
no, the Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi. What's the song that Bon Jovi does? The one that we don't want, Dead or Alive,
Dead
right?
or Alive.
Right. And I've been around the world, and I've seen a million faces. And he points,
Yeah.
and then the other side lights up, right? And I was on the opposite side, and I was kind of on the side of the stage, and I remember seeing him do that, and I was like being in the concert or in the music video.
Wow.
It was really
Yeah.
cool. It was
Yeah.
like, oh man, he just goes boom, and the lights go on that side of the thing. I felt like I was
Nice. Yeah, it's cool. And there's just something about that shared experience, right? Just like going to the football game on Sunday. It's just different. It's different.
Oh wait, no, my first concert was Madonna in 1990. The Like a Virgin
Even
tour.
better.
Wow.
And then I took.
Where was that
I took-
Coliseum? Where was that at?
It was at the Kingdom. It
Wow.
was at the Kingdom, yeah. And then I went and saw
She was
Madonna
huge.
again just a couple years ago with Virginia.
Cool.
And that was her 50th. No, it wasn't her 50th, but it was her last tour.
Anniversary tour.
Yeah, anniversary tour or whatever. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah, she was huge with that, like a virgin.
Oh, it was huge. Yeah. No, she kind of redefined a bunch of stuff there. Yeah. Speaking of Taylor Dane's coming to town, I was at one of the casinos.
Oh.
I know exactly. It's like
We should do a live podcast.
an
there.
interview.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Don't let us in.
Yeah.
Yeah, geez.
How about you, Charles?
First, I think was Aerosmith.
Wow.
85. The Done with Mirrors album was out. So Joe Perry had just come back to the band after the experiment with Jimmy Crespo or whatever his name was.
Oh yeah.
They did a one-off album. They did the When the Lightning Strikes album.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was that,
That's not Joe Perry?
That's not Joe Perry.
Oh man,
And
that's
I
a
think
cool song.
Brad Whitford had left for a short time too.
Yeah.
And so those guys had just come back to do this Done with Mirrors, which wasn't a good album. It really wasn't, but it was
But they
Joe
played all their
Perry,
old
and they
stuff.
played all their old stuff.
Yeah.
So I think somehow I convinced my brother and his buddy to let me tag along. So I'm like 13, something like that. And they're 16.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's a cool guitar player.
No,
Yeah, no, I
not
like
Joe
that guy.
Perry at all.
Yeah.
And I was a huge Aerosmith fan in my youths and all the way through. But now it's kind of one of those bands. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. I like Draw the Line.
yeah,
That's one of
a
my
great
funeral
album.
songs.
Yeah.
And with that song in particular is a perfect song.
Yeah.
It fucking rocks.
No, I just remember people like launching M80s
Yes.
up in the air at
Yes.
the show and just being crazy. And this was at the Coliseum. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah. How about that AC/DC show, dude? And
Doing the same thing?
launching
Yeah.
it. So what? How you're sneaking in M8 like multiple
and a rocket launcher,
Yeah.
wrist
Yeah.
rocket,
wrist
right?
rocket and lighters, obviously.
Of course,
Yeah.
right.
But no arm
Okay.
spikes.
No.
You can't bring your spikes.
Yeah,
You know what I
but
mean?
you can bring
Right.
munitions.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mother
man. Yeah.
trucker.
Floating stuff.
Yeah, M8s are cool though. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
But I remember when they were $1. How old am I? They were $1 a piece.
For M80s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
At the
man.
reservation.
Well, maybe.
Safe and instant. Boys, something you don't see much of anymore, or at least I don't, hitchhiking.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
Hitchhiking used to be
Yeah.
a big thing. People, I never did it much myself. I mean, I do it with people I knew
Right.
or kind of knew.
Nah.
You'd see them and you'd be like, "Oh, can I get a ride?" Kind of a thing.
Yeah, no. In
You
the
guys
U.S.,
ever-
it's nope, never. Not in the United States.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I never did any sort of hitchhiking, but I would pick up hitchhikers every once in a while,
Nice.
you know. But also, I would always
Are
just
their heads in a bag somewhere, right?
You know, the human head weighs about 9 pounds. Means my backpack weighs about 36 pounds.
yeah. Did you guys ever go through a stage where you would just pull over and help people on the side of the road?
Oh, yeah.
I used to do that all the time because I'm like,
Yeah.
I just felt like that was important.
I think that's great. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah, no, that's,
I drove a delivery van for like 4 years in the early 90s while I was going to school. And all the time, people were on the side of the road or crashed or whatever, and I'd have time to kill. It's like, yeah. Or especially if somebody crashed, like so many accidents that I'd be like just a few minutes behind, stop and make sure everybody's okay. I remember having a pole where you come off of 167, you go onto 410 in Sumner, and it kind of makes that curve around to get on. Some girl was going way too fast, and she rolled over on her side. So me and these like 3 other dudes had pulled over, and we're like holding the door up. The doors get really heavy.
Yes.
We're holding that door up, and we're
So
trying
she
to
can get
pull
out.
her
Yeah.
out at the same time. Just nuts, stuff like that. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I think people are just really scared, right, of the possibilities of. We've been terrified about the possibility of being abducted or hurt or something
well,
like that.
I saw Rutger Hauer in The Hitcher.
Yes. Yes, that's the kid, C. Thomas Howell,
See,
right?
Thomas,
Yeah,
that movie's gnarly.
Yes, I haven't seen that in years. I gotta watch that again.
I'll teach you to hitchhike.
God.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, but to help your fellow travelers is
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's got to be a saint out there for that, right?
Right.
That's St. Christopher or something.
My
Oh, yeah.
buddy Ed, who's 10 years older than me, so he's got to be 54-ish by now. Maybe he's 11 years, or 64-ish, but he grew up, he was more of a 70s guy than an 80s guy like us.
Right.
But he said he used to hitchhike all the time, wherever he needed to go.
I've heard about that. Like,
that's
it was
great.
not a problem. You just get
Yeah.
anywhere. People would pick you up.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Truckers or whatever. Yeah.
Just
talk to
any
them.
company
Yeah.
or whatever. I remember getting a ride home. Me and Joe Irwin. There was a weird bus that came up from downtown and it went up Madison, and one of the buses would take a left at like Piker Pine and go, and the other one would go up to 19th where we needed to go. And if you jumped on the wrong number,
Yeah, one's Judkins Park and the other one's not.
so like, exactly. And you're like, what? So we got dumped off and like by where what's the club right there? Madison and Madison.
Numos or whatever.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Break room and all that.
The break room. That's what I was thinking of. So we got dumped off right about there. And
Speaking of the 70s.
yeah. Peeling out. He just happened to see a guy that he knew in a black van coming up, speaking of vans. And he's like, oh, I know that guy. Let's get a ride. And he's doing this. And the guy pulls, hey, what's up, Joe? He's like, hey, man, can we get a ride further into Capitol Hill? He's like, yeah, jump in. So Joe gets in, passenger side door, and he goes, and we're blocking traffic. So he gets in and he sort of stops about halfway in. And I'm like, dude, come on, we gotta go.
Yeah.
And he's like, and like, what the fuck? What's wrong? And I'm kind of pushing him a little bit. He finally climbs in and gets around, and then I jump up in the captain's chair, and I look behind me, and Joe's like, the guy, his job in his van is to transport dead bodies
Oh my God.
for funeral homes. Unassuming 70s, black van, just all panel.
Oh, he was
no windows
waiting
in the
for
back.
that
Oh,
opportunity.
Oh my God. And there was a full body bag in the back. And then Joe had to sort it because he had a place for like 2 bodies.
Yeah.
So he's sitting right behind me
So good.
on the rails where the little
tires
gurneys
are.
It just
snap
rocked,
into.
Joe. It's 15 minutes, Joe.
He's like, and the guy's like, oh, guys, don't even worry about it. It's only sad if it's somebody you know or somebody younger than you.
Yeah, so take a look.
But the whole ride, he's just like trying not to
Yeah.
bounce into
Oh my
her.
God, that's terrifying.
Oh man!
So good.
But that was like a one hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dead bodies all
That's a
day.
scene in a movie or
Yeah.
something. You can't write that shit.
See if she jumps up.
Yeah.
That would've been even-
Yeah.
Poor Joe.
Are you my mother?
He's probably scarred for life.
I'm not dead yet.
yeah.
No, that dude's like building cabins in Alaska or something, and friggin' just ripped. He's a year older than me, and he just ripped.
Yeah,
Like
that's amazing.
goals to attain. No hitchhiking, kids. No hitchhiking. Remember full service gas stations?
Yeah.
You
Yep.
go in, ding ding.
Yeah.
The guys would run out and they'd clean your windshield.
Yeah, change it or check your
Regular,
oil. Yeah.
unleaded.
Yep.
Check your oil.
Yeah, leaded. Can I get extra lead in there? I want to fuck up the future.
We used to have Derry's service station up on 15th, right up by where Blocks used to be, Canterbury, across the street from the
Yeah, the
Canterbury.
Canterbury. Yeah.
QFC and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And that was our go-to service station.
Yeah.
He owned
But
that
it's a
for years.
service station.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's.
So he had mechanics on duty, and the folks would come out and do all the.
Wouldn't that be cool to have that back?
I think it's
It would be
great.
cool,
Yeah.
cool to
Yeah.
have that back.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
And there
Yeah, they're
was
charging more.
places that you would go, and it's like full service or self-service, which do you want to
Right.
do? And it was a little bit more for
Yeah,
painful
10
guy,
cents, 10
but-
cents more.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't have to get out. They check your tire pressure, check your oil, and now they could just run the code reader,
Yeah.
right? Something like that, just
See if
yeah.
anything's wrong.
Yeah.
Give you a readout. Yeah.
It's like in Back to the Future when the Dewey's walking by the gas station, the 4 guys come out, dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun. One's cleaning the windshield,
Mr.
one's
Sandman.
checking the oil,
Yeah.
filling up the
They
tires.
got the little white hats on.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No, that'd be great. I remember that was happening, and somebody came out to fill our gas tank up in Burien, and we were in OWE 885, which was the license plate number for a red 1971 Chevy Impala.
Wow.
Which is, I remember what that
Oh,
was.
yeah.
And I was in the back seat, and the guy put the gas in, fill it up, my dad says, and then he's doing it. And he goes to do the windshield and all that sort of thing. And then the gas falls out.
Oh no.
And it's just pouring on the ground.
Glub, glub,
And the
glub,
guy's
glub, glub.
walking away.
Doop-a-doop,
And he's like,
doop-a-doop.
what the fuck? My dad just drove off. He just drove off. Yeah, the gas is pouring on me. It's a dangerous situation right there. Right?
Yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah,
We gotta go.
crazy. But I mean, Oregon was that way.
They would pump your gas, but I don't think they did the other services necessarily.
No.
No, but I remember driving down to Oregon for the first time, and I think it might have been to take Donnie and Kathy down there for visiting his parents or something. But swinging into a gas station, jumping out, grabbing the thing, like, "What are you doing?
How dare
What are you
you?
doing?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at my license plate. I'm from out of this country.
Yes. Yeah.
I know not these strange
No.
customs.
It's
I can't
strange
tell you how many
customs.
times I've done that too. It's like, oh, that's right, I'm in Oregon. Yeah, exactly.
Man, boys, I don't know about you, but for my family, eating out was a big treat. It wasn't a like today, man. People just like
A few
order
times
food.
a day.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But no, it was a few times a year.
yeah.
And with my dad, it was always like a spaghetti factory or Roses or whatever with a bunch of his students and or ex-students.
Okay.
He would have these big get-togethers, but it's like,
Well, he could write it off. He could it was being paid
oh
for
yeah,
by
I didn't
the
even think
thing.
about
Yeah.
that. Cheap
Yeah.
mother. But no, we're not going to hang out. We didn't even want to,
Yeah. I mean, it was occasional. We got to the point where almost every like when I was a teenager, maybe because my sister had moved out and they had one less mouth to feed or something, but it was every Thursday night.
Oh,
and
that's
it was usually
nice.
just my mom and dad and myself. We'd go out. Usually Skippers, though.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
All you can
That's
eat. Fill
nice.
yourself
Oh,
up
yeah.
on fish.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
love
that's great.
Skippers.
And it breaks it up.
It does.
You know what I mean? It's nice.
Yeah, but nowadays, man, people are, like you said, twice a day, 3 times a day.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
So that's all that extra salt, all the other, you know what I mean? There's a lot of downside to it,
Yeah.
but it's convenient.
Coming from the restaurant business, you get people to say that this is a too expensive of an item or what have you. And I would have to just say, like, if you were to go put this together in your house right now, sure, you could do it for cheaper, but you'd have a whole bunch of leftovers and that would all go to waste. So it's not just for the cost of just that one piece of chicken and the amount of lettuce you buy and that sort of thing. That head of lettuce is going to go to waste if you don't use it. So it's a treat to go out.
It is.
If you
And-
can't afford to go out to eat, don't go out to eat.
Yeah.
But don't give us a hard time for our prices. It costs a lot to make that meal.
And
It really
taxes
does.
and L&I and.
And
Yeah.
shrinkage.
It's
and
not,
all the
yes, it's
things.
not just the plate in front of you.
No.
Well, actually, it is also the plate.
the napkin,
You know what I
the
mean? No,
salt,
it's so
the
much.
blah,
But that's not just,
the electricity, the
et cetera, et
insurance
cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it is a treat.
Yeah.
Just by definition, it's a treat.
Yeah, and I'm one of those people that, going out to eat, like if I'm spending $20 at McDonald's, then I'm an idiot, right? In my mind. But if I'm spending $25 to go out to eat at your former, your
Kenny's,
restaurant or Kenny's or whatever, then I don't mind paying a little extra because I know that Kenny's paying his employees a livable wage.
Yep.
I know
You're
that
supporting the local economy.
he's getting a little bit of a cut to keep his business open.
Yep.
I'm supporting, so I don't mind necessarily, but like like Applebee's, if I'm spending $20 on a meal at Applebee's,
Dude, it's crazy. Applebee's.
And I'm not even sure you could. I bet it's more than that.
it's probably more than that. Yeah.
Applebee's microwaves all their
Everything,
food.
right?
Right. They just have basically an assembly line where somebody opens a package, a plastic bag, and they stick it in the microwave, and then they just add it to the formula with all the pictures of the way the food's supposed to
Because
look.
just
on
like
the
a
thing.
McDonald's, if you went to an Applebee's in Indiana and an Applebee's on Grady,
It's exactly the same.
it's the same thing.
It's about that
Yeah,
consistency.
and I know some people find security and like that. That makes me bananas. It's like I would much rather have something weird in Indiana.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
Oh yeah.
that's big on Indiana, but you know what I'm saying. It's like I want local flavor.
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah. So one of my big things is I drive around quite a bit for work, several times a week. I'm in, like this week I was in Bremerton. So instead of, and I needed lunch, I was like, man, I've been driving for 3 hours, 3 there and back and all this shit. So my thing is, let's find a local, like I could go through any drive through you could find, but I just pull out my phone, sandwich shop nearby.
Nice.
And I found Big Bob's sandwich.
Yes.
And it's a little friggin' hole in the wall right in Bremerton.
Yeah.
And the guy was like super friendly. Wasn't maybe the cleanest restaurant. I mean, it wasn't
can't
like
ask for everything.
fresh paint and all that stuff, but the guy was like just dynamite friendly and
was the
helpful. Oh, that sandwich was delicious.
When
Nice.
someone makes a
delicious.
sandwich
Yeah.
or any food with some love, and I'm not saying Applebee's and all these chains don't make it with love, but it isn't the same. When you have somebody that actually owns the place that's making the food, like Kenny, you taste the difference when someone has an intention.
invested.
And I'll say this, I got, because I looked at the price, it was 14 and change for half a sandwich, and it was like $20 for a full.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me just get the half.
Yeah.
And it was a big sandwich.
Yeah.
And this is a Cuban. So you had roast pork, you had ham, you had cheese, he toasted it. The mustard sauce was good. The only complaint I had was that it needed a little bit more mustard. But I didn't know. So next time I go in, next time I'm in Bremerton,
Absolutely.
I'll know to ask for more mustard.
So good.
Yeah, and if I can give anybody advice out there in going out to eat land is ask for what you want. You know, like don't just just be passive aggressive and give people some shit because they made a mistake.
And made it how they like it.
Yeah.
Because you gave them no further direction.
Right. And if something's wrong, ask because it's okay. Don't feel bad. I mean, it's on it. The onus is on them to accept your feedback. And if they don't accept your feedback, then that's on them. But for you to go out of there hungry or not having what you want because it's cooked wrong, don't be mad. Just they'll fucking remake it.
I'm sure because you did this for 100 years, right?
Yeah.
That you would rather have the opportunity to make it right for that person
Absolutely.
than have them walk away being like, well, I'm never going back there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to Yelp you to fucking death.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Fuck
Yelp
you
is
know?
such
Suck a dick.
It's so
thing.
stupid.
It is. So I mean,
Has it gone the way of the dodo, or is it still
It's
a
still-
thing?
I think it's still.
it's still a thing. But
Yeah,
I
no, I
mean,
remember my first bad Yelp. I was like, man, I will find you.
yeah.
I have a specific set of skills.
Mike Moskowitz. I didn't like him, so are you talking about the Liberty?
So sweaty.
Very slippery.
Yeah.
It's very, very slippery, this
Yeah.
one.
But we're, after you get to about 18 or 19 years
With an
old,
oil spill.
you're an adult, supposedly.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
communicate.
Yeah.
Talk to your neighbors. Talk to the people and get what you want.
But no, you're correct.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd rather have somebody come in and talk to me straight to my face as a manager or an owner or a whatever and say, hey, this was wrong. I'm like, thank you. I
Give you the
appreciate that.
opportunity.
Yeah. And let's talk about it because shit goes wrong sometimes. It's not like we go, hey, that guy, let's go after him. He's got I bet he's on a date with some guy. He's doing something wrong. Let's fuck with him.
Let's make it worse.
Nobody
for us.
does that. We make mistakes, man. And have you ever worked in a kitchen?
Yeah, I bet you not.
Holy shit,
Yeah,
man.
I know. I bet
No,
most
it's
of the
nuts.
people who gripe have never set foot
Dude,
on
it's
that
the
side.
most
Waited a table.
fucking stressful
Oh, man, it's
goddamn job
insane.
ever.
Yeah.
And they're all crazy.
Yeah.
They are.
Dude, I worked
You
at
gotta be.
I worked at the Circuit Hostess on Capitol Hill. I don't know if you know this place.
Which one?
Circuit Hostess was an icon of Capitol Hill for a long time. Communal seating. It was kind of a cafeteria style thing, known for its cinnamon rolls, which would sell out quick. But you basically, like a cafeteria, you go down, and then if you wanted something from the kitchen, you could do like baked eggs, country potatoes. But they had everything, and then at lunch they'd switch it out to soups and breads and chips and stuff like that. A few sandwiches. But I worked there mornings on the weekends. It was fucking insane. I mean, it's so damn busy. There's so many line out the door around the block,
Terrifying.
just waiting to get in.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
And you've got
scrambling.
a line of tickets that are like that, and everybody's
Oh, my
like,
God.
lying
And I
on it.
remember because we didn't have waiters because it was a cafeteria style, the cooks were supposed to take the food out, like the specialty food out to the tables, but they would get busy and they would dump it at the busser station, the dishwashing station where I was,
Right.
because we were right there, and they're like, we got no time, and we'd have to take it out. And then so now I'm a waiter too and running out. Plus I'm trying to grab up dishes. And you expected people to kind of bust their own stuff and put it in a bin, but
No.
Dude,
You
the
gotta get out, wipe the
multitasking thing for a cook to be able to time everything for a 6 top, a 8 top, a 2 top, a 7 top, and then to have all that stuff come up, it's
like being an air traffic controller.
It's really,
insane.
I think
It
it's
is.
harder.
Yeah. and you can't, because the margin's so tight, you can't waste food. You can't fuck it up.
No.
You know what I mean? It's like, no, there's so much. I guess with air traffic controlling too, really. You can't make too many mistakes.
You might not want to.
you can make one.
You can make one. Yeah. You can do anything on your last day.
Yeah. I know.
No, I have mass respect for restaurant workers, and that's why I always go in and treat them just with the utmost, like,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, yeah.
Take anything you do and if you're going to go on a date with somebody and take them out to a restaurant, and if they treat any of the staff with any disrespect at all, then that person isn't going to be the person that should be in your life.
Yeah, that's a red flag.
Because you're You're there to assist in the process, not become a thorn in their side, which gets into the emotional tissue of a human being when you start picking at them, right? Like, talk to them like a human being. Don't talk to them like a child, you know? Don't be so righteous that you fuck it up for everybody else in the whole restaurant.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. It's a cascading effect where it starts to go south quick.
Man.
It takes a lot to unify all those people to come together to serve food.
It really does. It really does. Boys, you remember back in the day, we had a shared pop culture. So everybody at school had 3 channels.
Yeah.
They had maybe 1, maybe 2 newspapers. There was only a few new movies out every month, new albums, but everything was sort of an event. Like that movie came out and everybody's like buzzing about it. Who's going to go see it? Bobby's going to go check it out next week. I want to get there at the same time so we can talk about it.
Are you talking about like Falcon Crest?
Yeah, exactly. Falcon Crest, Dynasty.
Who Shot JR?
Yeah.
Who Shot JR.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, all those shows, even like the A-Team. If you didn't watch it when I was in like 4th grade or whatever, 3rd grade, if you didn't watch the A-Team and all your buddies were chatting about what happened,
you were out.
did you see BA beat the crap out of that dude?
Threw him through these barrels.
Yeah.
Shot the place up. Nobody got bit, but they shot the place up.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Well, yeah, it was for me. It was Luke and Laura.
Yes.
We talked about Luke just
Yeah.
passed away. Yeah.
But it's that shared thing.
And we don't
again,
have that
right?
anymore.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Even though
got their own fandom.
Yeah, no, it's
Sometimes
interesting.
it's shared
yeah.
fandom, but there are so many
Options.
options.
But
out
that
there.
also, you know, I mean, for better, for worse, because I mean, I'm not going to pretend that the news of yore was necessarily better, right? We just have more avenues of straight up lies now.
Yeah.
But they were certainly
Passed on as
you know what I mean? It's like, oh, we had McNeil Lehrer for a long time. So, but you know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to be nostalgic where it's not appropriate.
Right.
That being said, there's something about just having not just a free for all for every single thing.
Yeah, that
You know what I
You're
mean?
talking also about the instant gratification.
Yeah.
We didn't have it. We had to wait.
Yeah.
You know, we
yeah.
understood what patience was, and we had that anticipation for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, which then also allows your imagination to work and all these other things, right?
Those mechanisms.
Being able to get what you want exactly when you want it.
It isn't all that it's
That's
cracked
not
up to be.
necessarily a good thing, right? Just like we were talking about, convenience is not necessarily a betterment,
No.
right?
I think that's where we're at, a problem we're having right now with efficiencies. It's like with robots and the advent of getting rid of employees and having efficiencies get better and better and better and better. Efficiency is not the best solve for everything, but because we live in a society where money is the thing,
profit's the goal.
profits the
Yeah.
goal, you have to have this increase in profitability by a certain amount of percentage point, or you go out of business, or you lose your funding, or whatever it is. There's motivation to innovate and get more efficient. And I think efficiency is just, to a point, yeah, it's a good idea to be efficient, but also just being in the moment, just literally being in this moment and just getting it done.
Yeah.
Right?
And
Getting it done.
yeah, as far as from an employee's point of view, it's like, you know, because at least the old tales, you worked at the factory for 30 years, retired, get the gold watch and a retirement program. It's like, and maybe or maybe not that was efficient, but it helped build these structural things, right? Like that's how you could get generational wealth through home ownership or send people to college or whatever it might be, right? There's stability to that, but stability is not necessarily economically efficient.
Right.
Right. So it's like,
Well,
I
and
know
it
we
also
got to
makes
decide
people go
where our
crazy.
priorities need to lie.
You know, certain businesses are so efficient that it just burns out people.
Yeah.
Right? When you go to work, are you supposed to be burned out?
Yeah, no,
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, warehouses where you can't pee.
Yeah.
You know, those, stuff like that. Just weird stuff where the humanity is stripped from it.
Stripped from
Right.
it, right.
Yeah, and I know. You know, I tell you this. I saw it again the other day, like an inventory robot at Lowe's.
No way.
You know what I'm laying? My homie does inventory at Lowe's. So I'm like, are they going to fire my homie so they can have this
Was it an
robot do it
actual
instead?
like
Yeah,
a-
just a little thing with an eyeball on it. And at first,
just
because I heard
counting.
it come up behind me, and I thought I was going to have to stab a fool.
Did you fight it?
But it did cross my mind. But in that head down, I mean, I spent a lot of money at that store. Every hardware store in Renton, I've thrown a lot of money at. But I might just stop going there, man. It's like, because my friend does that job.
Yeah.
Does that mean my friend is training that thing to
robot.
take my friend's job?
Man, it came up to Mike and it was like, "Give me your clothes and your boots.
yeah. Your clothes, give them to me now.
Give them to me now."
Jesus.
Couple cans short of a 6-pack.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it that we're going to have those things that are just going to be asking us for our papers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Papers, please.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
you.
Oh,
Fuck you.
And then just
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's why God made shotguns, kids.
Yeah.
Said it before, I'll say it again.
gauge.
Yeah. So those are efficiencies that we're just basically training the.
Well, we have to decide what's really going to be important for us moving forward, right? And if we can uproot the cancer, right,
The base, the root
right,
causes.
if we can tear that out, we need something better to fill that gap.
Yeah.
Right. So we need to decide where we want to be, and then we figure out these better mechanisms to get us there.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that's you see the efficiency of synergy in nature, where leaves fall to make soil for trees that they won't meet. Bees make more food for the coming generations that they won't meet, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All these things have synergy, where the sum of the parts where the whole is more than the sum of the parts.
Right.
Where you see that in natural systems all the time.
Yeah.
You don't see that in economic systems.
Yeah, and it's service to others. It
Kinda,
really is kind
yeah.
of service to others, and we're too selfish. And it's like we're all going for that egoistic thing of getting more, like get rich quick schemes. Like I need to be on the front edge of the cryptocurrency, or I need to do this so that I become a rich person, win the lottery, blah blah blah. Right? No. Happiness comes from within. Money's not going to give you it's going to give you some convenience of time and all those sorts of things. But if you're an unhappy person, I know plenty of rich people over my life that are just miserable sons of bitches.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's happiness is an inside job.
It does buy you a wave runner.
That makes you pretty happy.
Does buy a jet ski though.
Yeah, but if you wake up in the morning and you're a piece of shit in the morning, you can go ride that
totally with you.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah, I mean, your life is what you make it, right? If you're rich, poor, whatever, you can be happy. With what you.
But if somebody on the deathbed going, I wish I didn't make those other people happy.
Never, not once. No, it's exactly
I
the
wish I
opposite.
would have helped those people.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I would have got 5 minutes of my life back.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fuck. Boys, I was out on 45th and I drove by one of my old haunts. Do you guys remember Peaches on
Oh,
45th
yes.
Records?
Yeah.
Past that building today, I think it's for lease, but I remember spending so much time and money
At Peaches.
at Peaches and Tower Records too.
Oh,
but
Tower was
Peaches for
fantastic,
me
yeah.
was the hit because you would go and you'd flip through all the new albums. You go back through, like, you find a band that you liked and you, what is this album? The old days, right? When you before you had Wikipedia or whatever, you could kind of see the back
You had to do the
catalog.
homework.
And you had to do the homework.
Was there more than one Peaches?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Oh yeah. I think it was a string of stores across the West Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tower too, right?
Tower,
yeah.
Tower's big.
That was nationwide. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't. I mean, there are music stores. There are
there's no record stores.
Easy
Yeah,
Street
but-
and Amoeba and places like that. But there was not as many as we have now.
No.
Just like movie houses, right?
Movie houses.
Yeah, because that streaming tech is kind of.
Which is
Was
the
it
one that
kick
just
the
the
shit out
Guild,
of? Yeah.
the Guild 45th
Guild?
just shut
I think the
down.
Varsity.
Was it the Varsity?
Yeah, the
Okay.
Varsity just closed.
Just past
yeah.
that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's and there's social
That was a cool
aspects.
building.
Social aspects of going out and being around people, right? Where we are just so reclusive anymore and just don't want to talk to our neighbors, sit out on our porch and say hello or shoot the shit and have a beer in the
Yeah,
front yard.
no, we just go in and turn on a screen. Man.
Yeah, don't
it's
look
a
at
trip.
look at anybody in the eye.
Oh, I do.
Oh, I do too. Yeah, do you, Mike?
For uncomfortably
Right
long
Right
times.
here. Yeah.
No, but do it. Talk to your neighbors. Pretty please.
Yeah.
Fuck, yeah.
Yeah.
I almost say hi to people too much, right? I'll say hi to anybody.
Yeah.
And friends of mine have said, Jeff,
What's
do you have
your
to say
story?
hi?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have to say hi to everybody, Jeff? Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Well, I just want to.
They like it.
That's like my set of feelers, like my set of whiskers, is not just what they look like. I don't want to judge somebody on what they look like, but I want to hear tonal value, and I want to see body language, and I want to hear them speak. And if they don't want to speak and they're, shifty and that sort of thing, then that gives me another set of evaluations and benchmarks to go off to be concerned or not. Right. So that's why I talk to everybody.
Nice. Yeah, there's so many things we could go down. Remember the mixtapes, Saturday morning cartoons, long friggin' phone cords so you could stay on the phone and do all your household chores, just all kinds of stuff.
Lawn darts and trackball.
Oh, yeah.
Cruising.
Cruising.
Oh,
yeah.
oh,
I'm sure that still exists, right?
I would think so. But
What's the one with Crisco? You use Crisco, the game? Do the spinner and you go to the red one. Your right hand
Twister.
Twister.
Yeah.
Crisco.
Naked Twister with Crisco.
right hand red.
I don't mind if I do.
You wouldn't understand, kids.
Yeah.
Twister
And I
never
think
led
board
to
games,
sex.
because when we were at Oddma,
Yes.
right, there's a whole board game, independent board game store. And if not more than one, it represented up there. So I think that kind of thing's still going on, whether or not that's, relatives coming over to play, or that's just friends, or just,
I love it. I haven't done one for a while. To get one going here.
Oh, yeah, you do Access Now Eyes, right?
Well, we do a lot of different games. So, I'll set up another one, get Kyle
It's
and some
social,
other
man.
guys. Yeah.
It's very social. It's really good.
And D&D came back and stuff like that. But those are smaller groups. But still.
Well, over at the Rose Cafe next door, across the street here from the studio, they've got a group of kids that come in and play D&D after school.
Oh, nice.
It's like about 6 or 8 kids, and they're great.
Very cool.
Riding bikes outside, man, kids get outside and throw some dirt clods and get into trouble.
Yeah, ride your bikes together.
Go ride
you
your
will not
bikes.
regret that.
No.
Yeah. Oh, it's the best.
Yeah.
So much fun.
Yeah.
12 o'clock ghost.
Yes. Boys, ending this here program on something special.
We're already at the end of our.
Yeah, we've been going for a while.
I think we should probably wrap
9
it up.
days.
Boys, I got some quotes from some Gen X people. Hope you enjoy these. Good ideas are always crazy until they're not. That was from Larry Page, who founded Google.
Oh, geez.
This is from Richard Linkletter. I always think that I'm still this 13-year-old boy that doesn't really know how to be an adult, pretending to live my life, taking notes for when I really have to do it. I do. I mean, a lot of times I'm like, oh, did my dad think like this? Because I still have, fun thoughts, but,
Didn't
kind of
seem like it,
childish
did it?
stuff. But
They just seemed much older.
Yeah.
Like when my dad was 55 or whatever, he seemed old as fuck.
Yeah. Right.
And finally, boys, maybe that's enlightenment enough to know that there is no final resting place of the mind, no moment of smug clarity. Perhaps wisdom is really knowing how small I am and unwise, and how far I have yet to go.
Beautiful.
Anthony Bourdain.
No, come on.
Nice.
That guy's got some great quotes.
Yeah, what a
he
guy.
does.
What a guy. That one of America's best ambassadors.
Treasure.
Oh, yeah. Some
Him
treasure.
and Dolly Parton.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Together on a road trip, right, Joe?
Absolutely. That's where I take them. I take those guys.
Folks, we're going to leave it there. We're going to come back to our top 5. Tonight is nicknames we have for others, or things of ours, or nicknames we've been given. So just nicknames in general. We'll do our top 5. You can find that at r-townpodcast.com in the members only section, or you can go to Patreon and find it there. Hey, you folks can even go to buy me a cup of coffee
sure can.
and place a little donation there. $5, $10, $20, whatever you can do to keep us going. We got some fun stuff coming up in our future. We're doing a recording session tomorrow for a new radio play.
Yes, with our
Johnson Space Patrol!
Exactly.
Yeah, with our new expanded group of talent.
Yeah, what do we call it? The Invisible Stage.
Invisible
It's kind of cool. So go to R-Town Podcast and look. We'll have a page for that as well.
So good.
Appreciate you folks.
All right, we're out.
Nice.
Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you think this episode is worth $1 or $5, the boys would love to have it. And don't forget to visit r-townpodcast.com for all the links. For less than a cup of coffee, you can also join the website in the member-only area for exclusive bonus content, vlogs, and more. It's just $3 a month or $30 a year. Thank you for listening to this production of Our Town Podcast Extraordinaire.